hoping that I'll be somebody one day, not just a lost cause halfway house. I want a big green lawn that goes on, and a family that loves me, yeah, that would be so sweet. Lemonade in the shade, and cold brew iced tea, yeah, I can picture it now. I'm gonna make it somehow, I'm gonna make it somehow. I wasted too much time trying to be myself, and trying to be like everybody else, cause I thought what I wanted was be wanted by the wrong crap. I'm part of town, going nowhere, help, and I'm chained to the same lame brain. Wanna be big dreams, just a loser with a bad scheme, yeah, but that's all in the past now. I'm going fast now, going fast now. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found out of the storm and into the clouds. I'm homeward bound, I was lost and found. Hoping that I'll be somebody one day, not just a lost cause nowhere town. I want a great big house with a loving spouse, and kids that really love me, yeah, that would be so sweet. Lemonade in the shade, and cold brew iced tea, yeah, I can picture it now. I'm gonna make it somehow, I'm gonna make it somehow. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found out of the storm and into the clouds. I'm homeward bound, I was lost and found. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found out of the storm and into the clouds. I'm homeward bound, I was lost and found.
There's a legend that's sung in Rhode Island, told to children with faces of glee, about a hero, an absolute madman, who bombed the shit out of that company. No more Lotus or Power 9 bullshit. Those pedophiles knew it was nigh. That man got on a plane in Toronto, got an AK-4 and prepared to say hi. Adam Worski, axe-wielding maniac. Hasbro, you fuckers, we pray for your soul. Adam Worski, getting away with it. Touch that boy's hole and you'll pay Adam's toll. He enlisted the help of some dear friends, the time-traveling demon Sam Hyde, and they vowed to eradicate Hasbro. They crashed the plane, kicked the door, went inside. There was blood on the ceiling, screams echoed for miles as Adam lay waste to his claim. They rescued the boys and the girls who were slaves, and every last one of them chanted his name. Adam Worski, Hitler on steroids, enacting upon magic his genocide. Adam Worski, hero of Canada. We laughed and we laughed at how many had died. Adam Worski, doing it for free. He'll never stop on his valiant quest. Adam Worski, it might be a pseudonym. Touch that girl's chest and he'll strap on a suicide vest. Oh yes, Adam Worski, murderous psychopath. Cash all your checks, 'cause he's coming for Hollywood next.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? There are 819 people waiting for this fucking stream. I am excited. I am personally very excited. Are you excited? God damn. I thought she'd run. I thought she'd fucking run. Fennec, member for 8 months at Seething. 07 in the chat, much appreciated. Magical Raccoon, member for 16 months at Seething. It's crazy that we get lives so consecutively. You are going to disappear to play video games, right? Yeah. Probably. I probably definitely need some downtime soon. Christopher with 2. Why is the music so low? Is it low? It shouldn't have been low. Turn your music up. Becky not opening with MC Jarbo's song is a missed opportunity. Ah, damn. I thought about that for some of the earlier quartering stuff, but then I kept forgetting. How was your weekend? It's good. It was good. I didn't work out what the oranges were for, but you know, such is life. Such is life. I don't think Jeremy knows either. What an insane fucking... Oh, dude. What an insane... Like, she's trying to chat to sub only, and it's made absolutely no fucking difference. Everyone's like, well, can't wait to unsubscribe once this is fucking over. Now, like, I don't know what this is going to look like. I've got no fucking idea, obviously. My assumption is it's going to be an abject fucking shit show. Apparently Venti is coming on to press her. She's apparently going to then pivot and talk about other stuff. I don't know how you do a stream like this. And then you're like, well, guys, I'm glad we addressed everything. now on to more content. What? What? Now, like, she has been kind of flittering, I guess, between calling people SJWs and trying to be like, well, I'll talk about it on Sunday. It's all going to be fine. Let's just lay it out. This is the biggest trending drama topic for this space. Possibly like for like the kind of like sector adjacent right wing news reader media ish space of all this shit. I suppose like it falls into that because of Melanie as well. This is probably the biggest drama this space has had in what since Ralph? Since Ralph? Like easily. Quartering's a massive content creator. The idea that Chrissie didn't know what was going on while talking to Mel is obviously, you know, fucking unbelievable. Nina has come out and said that she personally explained it to her. She hasn't released those DMs, so I don't know if that's true. Chrissie was caught in Camelot's chat, so she had at least some vague awareness that a major drama was going on around the quartering. She knows who the quartering is. She knows who Melanie Mack is. This is not fucking complicated. I'm being serious. I don't think she will survive this. I think she's gotten... I don't think she's gotten out... I don't think she's gotten pushback. Ever gotten pushback like this? Yes. Yeah. This is like the last time Chrissie was involved in a drama was the Ralph stuff, where Ralph was the villain. She is... Now, I've got a theory. For those that don't know, Chrissie's biggest drama, or what she's sort of known for, I guess, is a stream with Ethan Ralph, where she was reading off super chats, and she read off one about Ralph's dead mother, and how Ralph wouldn't help take his dead mother to dialysis. And Ralph, actually, do you know what? Somewhat understandably, I guess, flipped the fuck out. Now, it's almost like she was looking for that Jack Murphy Sydney Watson moment where Sydney was reading off super chats about Jack Murphy being a cuck. Now, I have a theory. I know some other people have gone through and compared them. It was funny. No, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But the reason I say somewhat understandably is because having watched some of that stream back, as well as looking at like her Mel stream the other day, I think she was trying to do the same thing to Mel. I genuinely think she knows about this drama, and she thought, I'll bring Mel on, and I'll read these crazy fucking super chats, because we'll get loads of fucking super chats, and then Mel will freak out. Unfortunately, Mel didn't freak out, and she was trapped. Chrissie was trapped, because she couldn't just turn around and go, hey Mel, why are you such a fucking bitch? Because then she'd look like the mean person, but she's trying to look like the innocent victim who Mel freaks out on. I think that's what happened. And now she's fucked. She doesn't know what to do. Mel didn't react the way she thought she would. And now she is fucked. I genuinely think that is the case. Doom told me Chrissie's husband DMCA'd people who clipped her, just a heads up. I doubt they would do anything, but Doom told me that in my chat the other day. Yeah, it's funny that you say that. So, yes, I have things prepared. Thank you, Shamu. Perfect segue. Chrissie herself has a history of flagging. Specifically clipped channels. And now I understand this is called something called the Dabverse or something like that. I've got no fucking idea what any of this is. I don't know. I have not had time to look into it. I'm sure somebody in chat knows, maybe, possibly. I don't think I've ever even fucking heard of Dabverse or whatever. But yes. Dabbleverse. What the fuck is Dabbleverse? Rocky, welcome to Molding. Much appreciated. Love to see it. So, the argument here was they were non-transformative clips. I believe this was resolved, but let's be clear, it was just, I don't like you clipping me. Please stop clipping me. Please stop clipping me. So Chrissie herself has these, has this history. And Chrissie and Frank just strike Chrissie and Frank don't just strike channels, they encourage other creators to report channels who they have a grudge against. Even goes far as to send it detailed instructions on how to report and take down videos. I made a video about this years ago. Now, I haven't watched this, so I haven't reviewed the evidence. I've got no fucking idea. I'm just sort of putting this out there. We may have a look at it in the future, though it is eerily similar to Utterly Noah, if that's the case. It's like, oh yeah, no, we don't need to strike them ourselves. We could get someone to do it for us. Just some of the people who were encouraged by CNF to strike and report channels were Steel Toe. Oh yeah, so I did hear about this. Apparently there is actually something quite public where Chrissie and her husband explained to Steel Toe. You remember Steel Toe? He was the guy who was like fucking Nick Rakita's wife. Steel Toe, Kanye Thompson, and Stephen Lewis. So like this is sort of a known drama. It's like there is an awareness of this. Doubleverse is a community of A-loggers of stuttering John Melendez, former Tonight Show announcer who dabbles in comedy. Okay, that helps. The problem is there's a fine art to conducting a friendly interview with softball questions in a believable way, and only a few people can pull it off. Like me, for example. You are very good at that. You are very good at that, MLS. I need to come on a stream with you again. We should have the midterms in America happened yet? Can we do a midterm stream? I enjoyed the election stream with MLS. But anyway, so I've got no idea what's going to happen. I do have a very quick update for you on some other things. Count Dankula woke up this morning, which, you know, is good, because if he didn't, he'd be dead. For fuck's sake, love waking up to see years of work going right down the fucking tubes. Tism has been completely deleted on multiple platforms, all episodes. If me and Baron can restore it, we will. But that was a shit ton of episodes, and I doubt we can get them all back. So, Tism was archived. It does still all exist. It probably is going to all be re-uploaded with, my understanding is, from some of the tweets I've seen, ownership between Count Dankula and Baring. I personally think, not that anyone cares what my opinion is on this topic, but I think they should do a Tism episode without Jeremy talking about this drama. I think that's probably like the best way to deal with it. I know that Dankula doesn't really like to get involved in drama. As he says here, I have a rule about taking things to DMs with somebody I have a history with and talk to them privately if I have a problem with them, which is what I've been doing the past few weeks. Mentally, haven't had it in me for a while to be involved in drama, but years of my and Bearing's work getting pointlessly yeeted has me pretty fucking furious. Unsurprising. Yeah, I understand that Tism wasn't some major popular podcast, and we never even really advertised it to grow, and then it ended up becoming a big meme with the show, where it was like a secret special show for the small audience of real Gs who properly followed all our work. It's just genuinely such a waste after all the work we put in. And to clarify why he's saying this, it does sound like organizing Tism was a pain in the ass, because you got Count Dankula in fucking Scotland, you got Jeremy in America, you got Bearing in Australia, all trying to sync up. And speaking as somebody who was in a podcast with an Australian, a South African, me in England, and guys in America, it is a fucking nightmare. It is a fucking nightmare getting that shit to sync up. It's agony. It's actually agony. So I do sympathize here. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see a return of Tism, maybe some new episodes, which, I mean, if people didn't know about it before, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think I knew about it before, people certainly do now. We should probably check in to Melanie Mack, who who has been community noted. CID member for 1 month. So did the Quartering actually delete themselves? Oh yeah, I don't have a tweet for this. The Quartering has deleted their Twitter. And he's gone. Oh, do you mean did the Quartering delete it himself? Yeah, I mean, there's no... What does he mean his editor deleted it? This motherfucker does not... I do not believe the Quartering has an editor. Does the Quartering strike you as the sort of person that if he had an editor, we wouldn't know exactly who it was? He wouldn't, bring them on every now and again. He wouldn't bring them up. No one's heard it. What does he mean, editor? Why would he get his editor to delete some fucking live streams? Also, as I pointed out last night, if the idea was to delete live streams because they were being used against him, then why the fuck is the Quartering live streams, why are they still up? Quartering Live's still there. His live stream channel is still there. Why would Tism be deleted? Now, Quartering wanted to get rid of the Tism stuff because there's a load of embarrassing shit in the Tism podcast, and people were starting to go through them and be like, what the fuck has Jeremy been doing? Anyway, Melanie Mack, don't bow to the council mob, and I love this community note. Context: the council mob in question consists of herself and her boss, Jeremy Hambley, aka the Quartering, who in recent months has been flagging and taking out any form of legitimate criticism regarding their dubious practices. Absolutely fucking brutal. As for Mel herself, she's not dealing with this very well. She is in full-on fucking cope and hide mode. 99% of the time, content creators are making gossip videos about each other to farm views and super chats. It's just business to them, and nothing to actually take seriously. Hence why you see them go full troll on this app. They bait and aggro to try and squeeze another video out of it. If you see people spamming video after video out of the same content creator drama, it's unequivocally a disingenuous cash grab. I mean, isn't this fucking ridiculous? How many videos has Mel put out complaining about the fucking left-wing culture and gay people and how America needs to be saved? Is that a disingenuous cash grab, Melanie? Are you a fucking grifter? Well, I think we know the answer. And they will antagonize people to try and get a reaction because those reactions equal more videos. It can be a lucrative business, but these people have no integrity, who do it and can never be taken seriously on anything they ever say. This is nothing but WWE to them, while they profit off of manipulating the emotions of their viewers, who think it's deeply serious. And said viewers spend their time fighting internet battles, doxing, harassing, and whatever else they think will help. They are helping their beloved drama creator, but the drama creator is sitting back in their chair, looking at their analytics and plotting how to aggro another video to find another target for another series. Bro. Fucking hell. The entire internet, people who don't want to comment on drama are talking about this. Oh, I responded to that tweet. I told her that she needs to join me for a Lego stream. Based and also true. Her husband is a gay furry. Like, I saw some of the clips in June's video where it's just like Kino Casino going through the clips and the tweets of her former husband. There's no way that relationship fucking lasts. I give it a year at best. Q-Hood with the 5. I just noticed that she has that she's married in her Twitter profile since she was mocked relentlessly for being an unmarried 40-year-old woman. Yes. And it's still not helping. Celestini with the 5. I joined molding and Copecast, but can't chat in it. Is it locked down? No, it's not. Do you want to message Shadow? Message Shadow. Shadowrun. He's like, he'll be able to sort you. One of the other mods, you should easily be able to get into that. Sorry. It's very odd. It is definitely not locked down. I was reading some of it today, in fact. I'm going back to posting fun stuff and ignoring drama farmers and their audiences they've manipulated. People who make a living off of drama cannot be reasoned with, because if they start acting reasonable, they stop making money. I'd rather watch Godzilla and cuddle my husband than play this dumb game. Bro, I think your husband would rather you spend your time on... Isn't it interesting, like, her husband's not like, oh, we need to spend more time together, you need to spend less time on the internet. He's like, no, like, listen, if you want to spend time on the internet arguing with random, that's absolutely fine, love. I'm just going out for some quote-unquote pizza with my guy friends. Bro, he's so obviously fucking gay. Speaking of gay people, so out of the farms came this post... which is a found Reddit post from a while ago, and it's somebody talking about the Jewish bull. The Jewish bull has had... Now, listen, I can't verify this information. Firstly, because it's from fucking Reddit, so who fucking knows? But there is some interesting little tidbits in here. I have screenshots of a lot of conversations with MM, but I don't know who MM is. But I don't think much of it would be interesting to you because it doesn't have to do with the drama with Jeremy. Oh, Melanie Mac, what the fuck am I talking about? I got a year Q and her husband turn out to be gay again. Yeah, like, dude. She's gonna catch him fucking a guy. Might even be Jeremy. I have screenshots of a lot of conversations with Melanie Mac, but I don't think much of it would be interesting to you because it doesn't have to do with drama with Jeremy. My ex and I met Adam a few years ago, and Adam is the Jewish bull, also known as the Quartering's actual boyfriend and gay lover, and we kept in touch. I've never talked to Jeremy directly. Until recently, I didn't know anything about the situation, but when I did ask, I asked Adam directly. He was angry that Jeremy got in all this drama because he had brought up his name a lot, so when he started fighting with Annie Wolski, it affected Adam too. Aww. And Jeremy did not just make peace. Adam told me he had people threatening him, and the police told him that someone tried to swat him. Then Jeremy said he would make peace to drop it, and he contacted Joshua Moon because he was supposed to be, according to Jeremy, the grand ambassador, with enough clout to get Andy Worski to just chill out. So it sounds like there's some trouble in paradise. It sounds like Adam and his boyfriend might be falling out a little bit. And I mean, it's understandable, right? It's like, listen, it was all fun and games when Jeremy was building fish tanks and building racing car tracks and getting fucked in the ass. But now the drama's coming in and Jeremy's finding out that his lover of 10 years, guys, may not be able to stick the drama out. Honestly, I think what's really affecting Jeremy isn't the internet pressure on him, but the fact that his true lover is leaving him. I mean, this is like, if his wife left him, I think Jeremy would be fine. But losing Adam? How's he gonna cope? Who's he gonna confide in? Adam had already been getting annoyed with Jeremy recently because Jeremy was very clingy. Was he now? Was Jeremy very clingy now? That's how clingy are we talking? According to him, every time Jeremy had any problems, he calls him and complains and asks for help with mundane things. Oh, Adam, he just wants to spend time with you, Adam. You ever done this with your, like, boyfriend or girlfriend? You're like, oh, I need to put some shelves up, but I'm, like, on my own. And, like, you call your partner and you're like, hey, can you, like, come over and help me with some shelves? Not because you really need help with the shelves, but just because you want to, like, do an activity with them. And I think it's sad. I think it's sad that Adam doesn't recognize that Jeremy just wants to spend time with him. They don't seem on the quite the same wavelength. And Adam was tired of it. And he told me Heather also felt the same way. He told me Heather also felt that way. I mean, it is important that your lover your wife confides in your lover. You know, they've got a very sort of mid 1500s kind of relationship going on. But he changed his mind last second and got the show taken down for doxing. And that's really interesting, by the way. That's really interesting. That's an interesting note. Because one of the things that's really apparent is Jeremy didn't freak the fuck out or begin to, like, seriously target the show until they started to bring up Adam. And it is interesting, like, that, like, that's, like, the phrasing used here. Well, the way, like, Kino Casino was targeted was over information being given out, which is interesting. And told Adam that would fix everything. Adam was pissed because he saw things, because as he saw things, it was Jeremy's fault that all this happened. So it was Jeremy's responsibility to fix the situation. Do you think they had, like, a lover's tiff over dinner? Like, Jeremy took Adam out to, like, a nice restaurant so that he wouldn't get hysterical. And they're, like, holding hands over the table. There's, like, a bottle of wine there in the cooler. And then Adam just starts uncontrollably crying. You have to fix this, Jeremy. You have to fix this. You promised it would be okay. Olive Garden. Yeah, like, not a super nice dinner by quartering standards. Yeah, Olive Garden. And he thought Jeremy fucked it up and made it worse. I mean, he fucking did. Because he said it would have blown over if Jeremy didn't. People had his phone number, private contact info, and everything, and were prank calling him and his family and ordering DoorDash deliveries, Uber rides, pizzas, all that kind of thing. And they were trying to mess with his job, he said. Well, I mean, to be fair, listen, if he just got together with Jeremy full time, they just came out the closet, wouldn't need to. Wouldn't even need to. Jeremy would fully take care of him. He tried contacting YouTube himself, and they wouldn't do anything. But Jeremy promised him he would make it better. Oh yeah, I bet he did. Listen, Jeremy leans across the table, brushes his shit-covered hand across Adam's face. Don't worry, babe. It's going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to make it all better. I'm going to make it all better, Addy. That's what he calls him. He doesn't call him Adam. He calls him Addy. It's a little pet name. It's a little pet name between the two of them. Fucking hell. So Adam was already getting annoyed with him, and then he blew everything up and got Adam doxed. So he was feeling like, fuck it, let's just embrace the chaos. Adam has an ego and is convinced he is the most attractive man ever born. And he keeps account of everyone he has had sex with, which I imagine makes Jeremy very uncomfortable and a little bit jealous. Because, like, Jeremy has had sex with two people. His wife, and that's how he found out he's gay. He's like, oh, I don't like this. And Adam. That's it. That's it. And likes to brag about it in the right circles. And to fuck men and women. Men, listen, that's an important detail. Because, like, it seems like it's pretty open that Adam fucks men, right? Like, it's like he's pretty clear about this. Which, again, works for Jeremy. He's fine. He's not picky. He's not picky. He's not judgmental of the bisexuals who are with other people, because he says it is, as he likes to say it, every breath I exhale is dominating the air around me. Which, listen, you may say that a line such as every breath I exhale is dominating the air around me is incredibly fucking cringe, but Jeremy's just into that. Jeremy loves it. He loves a little bit of the domination. But he ultimately decided not to because it would upset Heather, and he respects her. Of course he does. She lets him fuck her husband. He and I had a huge fallout that is unrelated to any of this, and he attacked me by leaking conversations to my ex that made my life much worse. So I figured an eye for an eye, even though what I shared is not even a fraction as damaging. Plus, I can't prove anything, and most of our conversations were video. Then amazingly, my account started getting banned too. Well, listen, you've attacked Jeremy's boyfriend. Of course they are. That's why he went after Kino Casino. Don't attack Jeremy's boyfriend. And I want to be clear, I've said nothing mean about Adam, Jeremy, okay? I think you guys are a fucking lovely couple. The whole situation is pathetic at this point. I hope it all dies down and that you guys get your channel back soon and that Jeremy and Adam both learn and grow from this. But I don't have much hope. Listen, isn't that interesting? Not like the community, not Jeremy on his own. I hope that both Jeremy and Adam, almost as though they're a couple, both learn and grow from this, but I don't have much hope. But we are all human, myself included, and I have not handled things perfectly. So that is the info. Now, I can't verify any of this, but what I will say is Jeremy is fucking gay. Alpha with the 10. I don't understand the Dabbleverse hate. Our cow was on Harold Stern, one of the biggest radio shows ever. Then was hired by Jay Leno, one of the biggest late night TV shows. Yeah, I just don't know what the fuck Dabbleverse is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've got no hate for it. I just literally don't know what the fuck it is. Magical Raccoon with the 2. Beckett, number 1 shipper from Tom Closet. Yowie. Thanks. Keyword with the 5. You hate to see a couple fighting during their lavender marriage. You truly hate to see it. It is. It's devastating. It's devastating. Do you think they've had the conversation where Jeremy has fully like promised to leave his wife for Adam? Mel's marriage is a two-way beard arrangement so they can both do a Christian grift and pretend to be straight on the interwebs. True, Ultra. True. So listen, where are we with this? Has this started yet? Isn't this meant to be starting? Maybe she will fucking run. I don't know. Maybe she's looking at the chat. There are 2,000 people waiting. And maybe she's like, do you know what? Fuck this. So as we're waiting for that, I do have one last thing for you. It's not as funny as Jeremy's gay relationship, but it is worth seeing. It's a little bit of warm-up Chrissie content because we've mentioned that this exists. So I thought, fuck it. Let's... What? Wait, yes, I'm in the UK. It's very early here. I've had like... Dude, my sleep pattern's fucked. I've had like 4 hours sleep. I'm dying. Actually, probably like 3, and that's only because I overslept thinking about it. Fucking hell. Anyway, I want to share with you a story we've heard much about. The time Chrissie stole Christmas.
Chrissie, did you go out?
Mark, do you have booze?
No, I actually, so as everybody was leaving, it was like, we were all leaving at the same time, and there were a bunch of other people leaving. Maybe they had their, like, Christmas party or whatever at the same restaurant, and so, like, I mean, I used to steal when I was younger, and so
That's what chicks do for a rush. And so what happened?
So, we're waiting to leave. I noticed there was a bag.
Look how great that hoodie is wearing is, by the way. Look at that hoodie.
There was a bag on one of the tables.
Right.
And it was like...
Wait, like a...
I like the way she's telling this, like, okay, well, there was a bag on the table, right? You know, and I did used to like to steal. Oh, my God. Why would you admit this about yourself? Why'd you bring it up?
A shopping bag, a purse,
bag.
go on.
Shopping bag. And I'm looking at it. I'm watching a lot of people leave. I'm kind of lingering around. Everybody's getting
Because you want to steal this bag.
Well, I'm going, there's probably nice clothes in that bag. And I'm just like sort of hanging around. I'm standing around. And I was sitting next to Larry. And he was like, just take it. I was like, I'm just going to take it. So I took it and I walked out with it.
Wait, Larry.
I hope it was none of your guys' stuff.
So I just casually stole it, you know. What was I meant to do? Like, look, if you're like, I think, have I ever shoplifted or something? Probably, when I was like fucking 13 or something. I think you could probably tell that story and be like, oh, I was like a teenager and like I went into a fucking what would they be? Like a Hot Topic or something. We don't have Hot Topic in the UK. I'm just thinking. Like a Hot Topic, and I was like a little goth kid and I stole like a pair of earrings. You could tell that story, right? And you're like, oh, you're a kid, that's cute. You're an adult woman and a Christmas party stealing stuff off stealing fucking Christmas presents. That is so fucking wild. Why would you be like, haha, so you know the movie The Grinch, right? Well, have I got a tale for you? Absolutely fucking wild. Absolutely bizarre thing to say. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you. I guess we'll sit here and wait. I guess we'll sit here and wait, guys. It's now 4 minutes past. It's now 4 minutes past. Chrissie is late and gay. Late and gay, ladies and gentlemen. What can we say? Fuck, I thought we were good to go. I thought it was going to be fine. I like the chat. It's like, I subscribe just so I can do this. Oh, dude. Chat's like fucking killing it. 3,000 people are waiting for you, Chrissie. She has had a second thought about doing this. I don't think she realized, because last time it was just 800 people. 800, it maxed out 800 people. We're now at 3,000 people are waiting for this stream. Wait, hold on. No, let's be clear. That's 3,076. There's another 268 here. It's like 3,300 and fucking hell, 30 people. 37 people. Is that right? Is my maths right? It's not. We're at 270 now. So 3,347 people waiting. Okay? I'm counting myself. No! 48. I'm also here, right? I'm also existing. Oh, you know, she's sweating bullets. I fucking can't blame her. Thousand watching on other live channels, yeah. Yeah, listen, I can't be the only person who was like, I'm gonna stream snipe. I rarely stream snipe, but I'm like, I'm stream sniping the shit out of this. Partly because I believe she... Oh, fuck! We're here! Let's go! Guy Rides with the 5. Man, is this another ginger that's going to doom themselves up on live on stream like the Lewis of old? What fun! Oh, what fun! What fun, chat! MLS in chat! Please ask Melody to join me on a Lego stream. So base, so true. Let's go!
Hey everybody, my name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to Copecast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I'm gonna be so for real with you. This is probably not the stream to start like this. This is like probably not the stream to start like this, right? You wouldn't be like, hey guys, I'm in major drama. Let's do my...
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
This calls for Ayala. Hi.
She's such a fucking boomer. Holy shit. MLS, if you're still watching, I don't... Listen, you're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones, LMS. What the... MLS, what the fuck is this?
I don't remember my mom's name. If you would tell me you're my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
Will you say my name again? I don't even know if you heard my...
Knickers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song. Knickers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your cup.
What the fuck?
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Hey, what's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my...
Oh, this is cute because she's probably never going to be on it again. That's nice. That's nice. Miss Vaughan Taylor with the 5. While watching this, please remember this woman claims to be a comedian and people pretend she's funny. I mean, to be fair, women it'd be like women can't be funny, but that's unfair to women. Very few women are as unfunny as Chrissie.
Guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
How are you and your man? Oh, Bisconti, he's in hospice. I'm teasing. Oh, it's a joke. It was an old man joke. No, there was somebody in the hospice on meeting earlier, so I was like, oh, geez. I'm just kidding. He's fine. Oh my God, we're great. I'll marry that man. Oh.
Can we ban women from the internet? Like, listen, again, all the women who are currently in my chat, you're one of the good ones. You're fine, but I mean other women.
Okay. There. I did it. What, you take me? I did it.
Are you winning, son?
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm an English.
You can't use that joke when you swept for Mel. Fuck off. Beckett doesn't love me anymore. Yes, I do, Platinum. You're fine. You're good. You're good. You're one of the good ones. I'm going to be saying that a lot. I don't think I've... Thank you for the 279. I don't think I've ever watched the start of one of her shows before, and I don't think I ever will again.
Bloody hell.
I had to look up where she grew up and went to school because I genuinely don't know why she's so good. She's not trying to sound perfect.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from
What the fuck is this?
Enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life, and he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot.
4,000 people are Did she put this together specifically for this stream? Because she's got Melanie Mac, like, fucking memes in here. Is this literally here for this specific Simpcast? Does she custom make them? Because, like, if she shouldn't have been cancelled before, she fucking should now. Holy shit, this is a war crime. Rocky with a 2. Make him poof Beckett. Do it now, crap man. This is... What the fuck?
Just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
I'm gay. I have relationships with men. Sex with men.
Hey, it's Jeremy. How many of these jokes are slurs or women hot but stupid? All of them. Or all of them, Access. Thank you for the 10. Magical Raccoon with the 5. Listen, it's a good joke. It's a great joke, even. But I need you to stop. Please make it stop. Thank you, Raccoon.
Well, hey guys. How was everybody's weekend? Okay. Hi. This is a different Simpcast than usual. I'm just gonna start. It's just gonna be me. Because I feel like I need to explain some things. I need
Oh,
to
this is
talk
going to be a
about
fucking
everything that's
bloodbath.
been going on this week since I had Melanie Mack on my channel. And if you see me looking at notes, it's because I have really taken the past few days to listen and reflect and collect my
Oh,
thoughts, and also
fuck
collect
off.
the thoughts and concerns of you guys. And I want to make sure I'm addressing each point and being thorough and being honest and being transparent, because that is not something that the quartering has given you all. And I want to just
Listen, remember
put it
you
all
hate
out there and
Jeremy?
answer your
Remember you hate
questions.
Jeremy,
But at the
guys?
same time, I'm not looking to make this a 3-hour-long stream. I never wanted to talk about the quartering drama.
We're going to talk about this as quickly as possible. I'm going to run away.
But I've
with the
been sort
two.
of
Thanks for
bullied
the
into
cancer.
it here, and
I've been bullied
so I'm going to
into
talk
it.
about it, and I'm going to do my best to address everything.
You caused this.
There's some of you listening tonight that are never going to believe anything I say. There's some of you tonight who might be on the fence. There's some of you here tonight who are just going to make content and twist what I say to fit your narrative to make money. And that's fine. And that's your progress. And that's YouTube. And like, it's fair use. You guys can, make content, of course.
I skipped Platt. Fuck.
But I just felt like I had to be true to
Okay.
myself and be honest and address all these concerns, and clear some things up. So
I'll get him at the end.
if you think I'm a grifter, if you think I'm doing this for money, please don't super chat me. I want to make that crystal clear. If you think I'm a liar or unfunny or ugly or whatever, or full of shit, or did I say not funny, then please give your money to somebody else. If you think there's a streamer out there that's been covering this in a way you like better, please give your money to that person. Support who you want to support here.
Hold on. So we're going to pause it every now and again, but I do think it's fucking... That's almost like she's like trying to be like appeal to people like me who've covered it. Hey, listen, I understand that streamers want to cover this. I totally get that. And if you're a streamer who's covered this and your audience thinks you're doing a good job, I support you. I support you in covering this. You can't appeal to us. like you can't do that. What the fuck are you talking about?
And I need to say this up top. Kino Casino needs to get his channel back. The Clips channel needs to get their channel back.
Hey,
all
Saber.
of these channels that were affected by Jeremy's actions need to get their channels back. I think it's something like 13 or 14 channels.
I might do, Saber.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they all need to be restored. This is bullshit. People are allowed to make content. And flagging for privacy complaints is wrong. It reminds me so much of what Sniper Wolf would do with the stealing content too. Stealing content is wrong. The Oranges video, when I finally watched it, I laughed because I'm like, this reminds me of Sniper Wolf. You can't just take someone else's content without, you got to transform it. You got to comment on it. It's stealing content is lazy and it's wrong. And flagging for privacy complaints because someone's talking about your wife or whatever else, if you have beef with somebody, is also wrong. Okay. People are allowed to make content and comments about cringe moments I've had in the past. That's part of being on YouTube. That's part of being like a public figure or whatever.
Address your fantasies about 16-year-olds then. I'm glad you agree. Can we talk about the 16-year-old?
And I think Jeremy today deleted his Twitter.
Dude.
And I think I saw there's a lawsuit out for him today, which is good. I understand that. I've really put a lot together in the last few days, and the outrage is completely justified. These people deserve to get their channels back. These people deserve to get their livelihoods back. And it'll be interesting to see what comes out in discovery with this lawsuit. I also heard of another channel called Undead Chronic. I don't know who you are, but their channel was banned too, and they should get their channel back also. And a strike, if you're in the cause, just because somebody's talking about them, that's messed up. And I hope those strikes go away, and I hope everyone gets their channels back. And I hope, I want there to be accountability for the messed up stuff that Jeremy has done. So I want to make sure that's clear. I want to explain first my intentions for my stream with Melanie. I had Melanie on my show on Wednesday, and I had been trying to get her on since really Easter, since my confirmation, since I converted to Catholicism I wanted to have her on because she's my friend. I wanted to have her on to talk about that, to talk about she just got married. I want to talk about our faith. Um, and I was so excited. She hadn't been on Simcast in a while. I was so excited to have her on and finally like reconnect. I know it sounds like sad, but
there is no fucking way that is true, right? There is no fucking way that is true. Like, you and finally she said yes now, and you weren't like, oh, maybe we should wait. If you waited since Easter, you could probably wait a couple of weeks, right? I have some of my chat and her chat blowing up my fucking cover.
sometimes I look forward to streams as a way to like connect with an old friend. Who knows? Like maybe it should have been a phone call, but it was a stream. You know what I mean? And I wanted to connect with my friend about my conversion, which I was really excited about. And I know I'm new at the Catholic thing, but I'm excited to be on what I feel like is the right path. And I wanted to talk about that with her. I never meant to like mislead people. You know, I never connected the drama that was going on with Jeremy to Melanie. I never thought that Melanie needed to answer for Jeremy's sins.
Oh, fuck. I actually don't fucking believe you. I don't believe you at all. Like, and then if that's the case, then why didn't you respond to it when the chat was freaking out? The chat certainly believed it was. You know Melanie's attached to him.
Knew there was drama with Jeremy. I knew he had beef. I knew there was shit going on. But I
No. You acted in the call with Mel like you had no idea what the fuck was going on. What the hell is this?
I'd never at any point thought, well, this is Melanie's fault. She needs to answer for this. She needs to speak on this. She needs to call this out. So, and I never advertised that stream as a call out stream or an ambush stream or an accountability stream. Nowhere in my title or description or in the body of the text of my stream with Melanie did I ever say that I would talk about the quartering drama or any of the shit that he did. So I wanted to talk to her about getting married, my conversion, and our faith.
Hey, Mother.
You know, so when I had her on and I see the chat, I panicked because I really wasn't expecting all that. I wasn't expecting 2,000 oranges. I wasn't expecting 2,000 brooms. When people say, Chrissy, the chat tried to tell you. The chat tried to tell you. The chat was extremely hostile. The chat was extremely insulting to both of us. And what am I going to
Listen, guys, it's not like she's something like, oh, I don't know, like a female comedian who should be used to heckling, right? I mean, it would be totally different if she billed herself as a female comedian of some kind who was funny and knows how to riff off an audience. That would be different. But unfortunately, she's actually just, you know, clinically retarded. And people were mean to her in the chat. So she freaked out and called them leftists.
They say, Melanie, there's 1,000 oranges coming in. Let me put you in the waiting room. Well, because I was really overwhelmed and taken aback by all that, and I froze. And it's funny because on my screen here I have my questions from my interview with Melanie Mack, and one of them was, you addressed the quartering drama back in April. Now that some time has passed, how do you feel about it now? So it's like I did bring it up with her, and I even though I wasn't going to like center our chat around it. And when all those chats and angry messages came in, I just figured, well, I guess she talked about it as much as she wanted to talk about. And I don't want her to get her upset by seeing all of this. Like, was she expecting all this? And again, I was trying to keep my stream to like an hour and a half, like I normally do. And the stream ended up going 2 hours and 15 minutes because of all of the super chats. And at the end, I was trying to like move it along. And I wanted to read everybody's super chats because I know that people get upset when you don't do that. But I also felt like, oh God, these super chats are upsetting her. And I feel like it seems like she's talked about it as much as she wants to talk about it.
You've had 4 days. 4 days to come up with something. This is fucking it. See what I do with the 2, throwing her under the bus like it's a normal thing. This is fucking wild. Maybe if you'd gone live the next day and said this shit, it might help. You've had 4 fucking days.
I didn't want her to get upset, so I just was like, all right, all these chats are saying the same thing. I'm not going to apologize for having her on. She's my friend. I wanted to talk to her about Catholicism, me getting confirmed, and her getting married. She caught the bouquet at my wedding. I wanted to talk to her. I wanted to be like, hey, why wasn't I there to catch your bouquet? But
why didn't you?
If it's going to upset you that I'm...
Why didn't you invite me to your wedding, bitch? By the way, let me bring you onto a stream and like in a drama that I'm aware of and have chat insult you. She was totally farming Melanie. She was totally farming Melanie. She was trying to Ethan Ralph Melanie Mack, which, if it worked, would have been funny. How long has this woman been on YouTube? She has no mods in chat, no one to slow it down. Yeah, she's been on for ages, but she's
not here to apologize for having
useless.
my friend Melanie on to talk about my conversion. I am sorry. And for those of you who are upset that I didn't have Brittany on that stream, by the time she had
He's
messaged
mad
me,
at Venti over
I
the
had
wedding
wanted
cake.
to wrap this show up. I had wanted, because it had been 90 minutes. I get tired.
So she did see it. So she did see
At
it.
night. But again, it only extended as long as it did because I wanted to get through all the super chats. And please don't give Brittany Venti crap for not being on that stream. Please don't give Nina Infinity crap. Like, none of my friends or people I stream with.
No one's giving any of them crap. No one's giving them any shit. Don't play this game. Oh, don't call out any of my friends. It's not their fault. No, it's not their fault. What are you talking about? Brittany tried to get on. What are you fucking on?
Be getting crap for how I handled or didn't handle a stream. So I'm not gonna apologize for having my friend on because that's retarded, and I'm allowed to make the content I want to make.
I expected nothing, and this is somehow worse.
True, Brad. So 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks before I had Melanie on, I was on a stream with Nina Infinity and also Verbal Riot, where we did discuss the quartering drama, and I watched it last night to refresh myself because I heard that I was listening to Camelot and Nina's stream, and I was like, wow, I need to listen back to this. If we talked about this Jeremy stuff, more than I had remembered, and I listened back to it, and I was honestly shocked. I was like, wow, I'm actually really embarrassed that I didn't recall everything in this conversation. And I dropped the ball.
You had a sudden bout of amnesia? Look, remembering little details and things, if you forget that, it's one thing. Being like, I completely forgot a fucking stream I was on, and a full conversations I had with people about the largest drama in the space since Ethan Ralph is a fucking wild claim to make. You're literally saying, I'm embarrassed because I'm incredibly fucking stupid. This is your defense? Sorry guys, I just, I'm a woman I'm old. I'm basically, you need to go to a doctor and get checked out if you are forgetting shit like that. $100 says she's reading from a script. I mean, God, I hope fucking not. Because could you imagine that this was the best you could come up with?
Oh, I should have been up to speed on everything, and but the main point I'm making here is I did not connect Jeremy's drama to Melanie. And this Nina stream happened 2 weeks before my stream with Melanie. So I had kind of compartmentalized that. I was like, well, that's Jeremy's stuff. That's not Melanie's stuff, if that makes any sense. I didn't bail on Camelot's stream on Thursday. I know he's making it sound like I bailed on his stream. I always had a scheduled guest Thursday. So I streamed with Melanie Wednesday. Thursday, I had my own in-studio guest, Nikki Huntsman, who I'd scheduled a while back. So I had her on, and she's not in this part of the internet, so I wasn't gonna spend my whole episode with her going over this stuff. So that's why that happened, and Camelot knew I had that stream already. And
you could have gone on for an hour. You could have gone on for an hour. Camelot started before you did. You could have gone on for half an hour. And just address it and be like, yeah, so I've got a stream letter, I've got a pre-guest in, but I'm here, I'm listening. Mailman with the 5. I just got back from dinner with my mum. What's good, Beckett? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Good to hear you. Good to hear you.
Nikki was an hour late, and not giving her crap, but it was an hour late, which pushed everything back later, and I just didn't have time to go on his.
Have some great stickers.
That. So I didn't bail on Camelot.
Thank you guys.
I didn't purposely not have Brittany on. I wasn't trying to do an ambush gotcha stream. That's not really my style, and I know from experience that that's how you lose friends. Is by
I don't know. You got a lot of clout off the Ralph stuff. Yamato, welcome to Coping. Thank you, buddy.
Throwing somebody on, and at the last minute being like, haha, just kidding. We're not here to talk about your wedding. We're here to, you know what I'm saying. I also need to touch on the fact that I was given conflicting messages about what was going on with Jeremy.
Thank you, Platinum.
It's hard to ascertain the gravity and the truth of a situation when I'm being told two different things. I have one very good friend telling me, look into this. And then I have another very good friend telling me, this is a nothing burger. This is just drama. And then when I tweet what's going on with Jeremy, the responses are cuck, cuck, cuck. He's a cuck. Okay, I don't care about his sexual life or his marriage, or you can understand how that's confusing. That's a lot of different conflicting messages. So that's why, Nina's stream wasn't really top of
No. The chat is very specifically talking an awful lot about the flagging, about the attacks on free speech, about the fact that Mel is protecting it. You read the fucking super chats out. It's very obvious that there is a division between people who are just insulting Jeremy and going, this guy is flagging things, and you guys are covering for him.
Of mind, because I was being told by Melanie that it was not a big deal and that it was a nothing burger. So it's that's I'm not gonna read her DMs. I don't really like to read anybody DMs. I think that's a sleazy thing to do. But I'm just trying to explain. Like, I was given a lot of information on this, and I'm just now kind of going through and figuring out like what's true and what's not. I have to clarify that I'm not being paid by Jeremy in any way, shape, or form. I accepted coffee from him for an event we did back in September called the Content Hotel. It was 8 months ago. He sent me coffee. He was one of 12 sponsors who sent different food or coffee or whatever for the green room for the event. And so I thanked him just like I thanked all the other sponsors in the body of that event, if that makes sense. So I thanked Coffee Brain Coffee in the content house description. It's not like I'm thanking him on every single stream. I think somebody may have taken a screenshot of that and ran with it to make it look like I'm sponsored by Jeremy or sponsored by Coffee Brain Coffee. It was that one event.
She actually sounds like she's gonna fucking cry. Oh crap, with the 5, look out, her nose is gonna poke your eyes out with those lies. So true. Brad with the 2. But Chrissie, what are the origins for? Maybe we will find out.
For a 48-hour live stream 8 months ago, and that's it. I hope that clears that up. Another important thing to keep in mind here is that I am not the streamer or person that I was 2 years ago. I'm contrary to what a lot of you think. I'm not terminally online. I'm taking care of a 2-year-old all the time, all day. I don't have him in daycare. I don't have him in preschool. He's completely unvaccinated, so I can't put him in daycare or preschool. I have to watch him.
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? I haven't even talked about the fact that she refuses to vaccinate her kid for anything at all. Oh, I can't send him to preschool because I refuse to vaccinate him because I'm fucking crazy. Oh yeah, no, that's a great defense. Incredible. Okay, why is this woman whining? Fuck me, Mel, I don't know. Gets her with a 5. She drank the coffee with paint chips. Okay, that explains a lot then.
Stay with me, and I am not trying to have. I'm really doing the best I can. I'm probably gonna have to homeschool him because we live in New York, and you have to take like 1,000 different vaccines to even get into kindergarten. So I'm like preparing myself for that. But I'm really trying not to have. When people say, Chrissie, why don't you have videos on the background? Why don't you research more? I'm really not. I don't have the TV on when he's with me all day. I'm really trying not to look at my phone. I'm really not trying to expose him to much screens while he's with me. I'm trying to read to him. I'm making sure he's eating. I'm making sure he's napping. Or, you guys, all of you that are parents know this. So I'm just trying to let you guys know that, like, yeah, a couple years ago before I was married with a kid, I did have time to do a deep dive on, say, like an Eliza Blue. But I don't have the time or mental bandwidth to do that anymore.
This is fucking insane. This is actually
I'm a mom. I would so much rather.
It's not my fault, guys. It's the fault of my unvaccinated child. Seriously? This is the play, Yamato with the 5. So what do you mean to tell me is that you didn't know, but you did know, and that everything that you're saying is a fucking lie? Yeah, it's like, but you had time to go on this Nina podcast. You didn't have to do any other research. You talked about it. You know Melanie works with Jeremy. She's your friend.
A good mother and a bad streamer than the other way around. And so
congratulations, you're both. Jesus.
So I'm not enough time to do the research that I used to do or should do. I do a lot of I've done more now. I do like gaming streams. I do reactions to body cam footage. I do content that doesn't require a whole ton of prep work because I know I don't have the time to do the research and stuff. And I've got hours of shows to watch for FNT every week. And then I'm still trying to find time to be with my husband before he takes over for the night and I have to start streaming. So
oh my god, she is actually going to fucking cry.
What
the fuck are you doing?
I'm reacting to body cam footage. I'm doing gaming streams. Yes, I still do have some interviews, but nowhere nearly as much as I used to do 2 years ago before the baby. So, and if you'll know, people who follow me know that I'm not doing morning streams anymore because that's when I'm with him. All my streams are all basically outside of FNT, 9 p.m. or later because that's when he is asleep. for the night.
I would have more respect for her if she came on and said, yeah, it's a fucking softball interview and suck it. Yeah. Just be honest. I would have more respect for her if she came on and said, listen, I've got a kid. I knew there was a drama. I needed to make some money. And I tried to set Mel up and she didn't take the bait. That would almost be more respectable. She's like, I did know about the drama. I fucked this up massively. I need to spend some time away.
Right. He's 2 and he's still nursing, and I don't know how to get him to stop. He even today on Mother's Day is trying to like pull my boob out at the brunch table. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So,
what is it with this space and everyone telling incredibly
that's disappointing to
personal
people, or
stories
people have
all
a
the
hard time
time?
grasping that I really have changed as a person in these last 2 years, and that's what's
DSP
happening.
outlives
Like,
another one.
I'm so fully dedicated
Always,
to
Brad.
this 2-year-old that yes, that's why I dropped the ball and didn't research this drama as much as I probably should have over the last few months. I also need to let you guys know that major things have been going on with me the last few months. For those of you who have followed me and know that my dad was murdered like almost 3 years ago, some of it is pertaining to that, and I'm not going to go into like great detail of that because that's not everyone's business, but some issues have come up with that. I mean, I don't know how many of you have like had again, and I'm not saying this as an excuse. I'm just trying to give you guys a sense of like where I'm at, and I mean, this. I don't know if
Okay. I may need to calm down because I've been through a bereavement with a parent. It is incredibly fucking difficult. But let me be clear. I had to organize my mother's funeral and everything else basically on my own, and I was still getting on with things. Okay, I was still getting on with things. Years later, when the like infected blood scandal stuff came out, I had to do without my own and keep carrying on and being a normal fucking person. Okay. I don't know if this is the time to raise that. I'm trying to be charitable. Fuck me.
how many people have had a family member murdered in their home, but it's kind of torn my family apart, and it's something I deal with all the time, and I don't talk about it all the time.
Losing a parent is devastating, derailed me for years. I'm totally fucking with you. I know that feeling very, very well. I'm not sure I'd bring it up during a fucking drama. It feels like a deflection. It may well be true, but it's just, that's an incredibly fucking weird thing to bring up. I don't know. It's giving me an emotional reaction, if I'm honest.
Because, like, I'm not trying to fucking bring everybody down, but there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of other personal stuff that I've been going through in the last few months that has very much distracted me and taken up my headspace and kept me from doing things like catching up on the quartering. And I've seen people make the argument of like, Chrissy, how could you not watch all your friends' content? You stream with all these people. You're friends with all these people. My algorithm is not my friends' content. My content is my algorithm is Major League Baseball that I watch with my husband. It's like it's ways to remake your backyard, and it's like toddler content. It's like why won't my toddler stop nursing at 2 years old? That's my content. That's my algorithm. That's what's passing through my YouTube. So that for people who can't possibly grasp why I wasn't up on the Jeremy drama and why I was not in a position.
You've talked about it on a fucking stream. This is such bullshit. Christopher with 2. Unless it happened recently, I don't care about her dad. CID, stuff does come up years later. Like, dude, probate is a fucking nightmare. I get it, but there is a point where you just have to keep going through. I had something that happened a couple of years ago that I basically went through the entire bereavement process again, right? Like, top to bottom, it was really fucked up, but you get on with it. You have to. I don't think looking at my content you'd even fucking notice. CID with 10. I hope her kids sues her if they survive, because it's basically a death warrant written on your birth, not vaccinating them. Yeah, I hope they get vaccinated later. Lost in the World's member for 14 months of modding. Happy 14 months, Beckett in chat. Missed a bit of the stream. I'm sure Chrissie is soothing everything over and fixing her major fuck up. True. Who the fuck donated 100?
Calling Melanie, making Melanie speak on it. That's why. Another point is I also used to work for somebody.
Happy Mother's Day.
I worked on the Anthony Cumia network on the Compound Media for a few years, and I think I had a show on there. When did I start there? Maybe it's like 5 or 6 years. And so I understand what it's like to work for someone who's controversial, for years. Even now, even though Compound Media has been over for 2 years, I still get shit for working for Anthony Cumia. he's got himself into a lot of controversy, and he has had a lot of drama that I have had nothing to do with. But yet the internet still demands I explain or speak on his behalf, or what I'm trying to say is like, I know Melanie worked for somebody controversial, but I didn't think that reflected on her because I also used to work for somebody controversial. I used to work for Anthony Cumia, and a lot of people didn't like him. A lot of people have said horrible things about him too. So
Jeremy is not controversial. Jeremy is boring as fuck. But he is flagging people. That is not controversy. That is genuinely somebody doing something that is incredibly fucked, and you're getting held accountable for it. You're being called out by the community. This is not the fucking same as controversy.
Keep that in mind. And for those of you that are upset that I am only streaming on Sunday instead of Thursday, look, I had my planned show on Thursday. Friday is when I go on Friday Night Tights. I was asked to not go on there. And no shade to Gary. Like, that's what he needed to do for his show to, I totally get that's what they wanted to do for their show. And then we went away from Mother's Day weekend. So I'm not going to inconvenience my in-laws, my husband, the baby, 2 dogs. I'm not going to say, hey, everybody, can we cancel our weekend plans? I have to make a video and address angry people who hate me and will never believe a thing I say anyway. So that's why I'm here Sunday doing my weekly show and talking about it here. And I think I've pretty much addressed all the points that I've wanted to, that I feel like have been mostly the concerns of many of the people who've been critical of me.
Put the fries in the bag, Chrissy. True hearts. Thank you for the 23 months of molding.
And when people bring up, oh, Chrissy, you retweeted this tweet about SJW mob tactics. Yeah, I think the whole guilty by association thing is bullshit. I don't think that we should be coming for blood on people who are simply friends with someone else. I don't think we should be coming for blood on somebody who had someone on but didn't talk about the things that they wanted you to talk about. Again, if I had known and connected all the dots, if I knew today what I knew on Wednesday, it would have been a completely different stream.
This is fucking absurd. It's nonsense. It's not about guilt by association. You inserted yourself. If you were just like, yeah, I'm friends with Mel, I'm not going to say anything, no one would give a fuck. You can still be friends with her, no one cares.
But again, we can all play Monday morning quarterback, and hindsight is 2020. And
this answered less than half the issues, yeah.
And I don't think it's right. Again, I don't think what he did was right. I don't think it's okay to flag channels for that. And I really do hope all these people get their channels back. And I hope YouTube restores everything. It's not okay. It's very fucked up. So anyway, in my attempt to try to have a normal stream, I have some guests. Oh my God. All right. Maybe I should get to some super chats before I do that, because I just want to blow through this. Gary Carpenter, hail mods. You're going to need some moral support tonight. Still love Chrissy and hope we can all get along, even when mistakes were made. Thank you, Gay. Chaz, playing stupid won't help you or make you fertile. Good to know. Aided clock. So you got caught sweeping for a flagette. People are digging up your lies, all for a drunkard who betrayed his oldest friends and deleted his Twitter in a crash out. Welcome home. Thank you. Phil my crack. How was your weekend? Orange. Daniel Moore. Don't bring on Nina. I ran, please God. All right. Hi, Terry. Hi, Kim. Hi, girls. I don't know the extent to which like you care or no, but anyway, hello.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Say but thank you, Lamau. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you bringing these people on?
I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting. How was your weekend?
I brought the orange chair for support.
Orange chair.
Are they gonna have a fucking cope session live?
How was my weekend? How was Mother's Day? Mother's Day is always awesome. When
Happy Mother's Day. I didn't.
Happy Mother's Day.
And Venti is here. Hi,
okay, Venti. We got Venti.
Hi. I have to. So really quick, it wasn't a privacy complaint. It was that Jeremy had threatened to get his non-Indian YouTuber representative, to strike the Kino Casino. He said he would take everything, and then he was publicly endorsing it, and so it wasn't a privacy complaint.
Okay,
that's true.
What's with all the Alabama sevens?
It's not about like guilt by association. It's that Melanie was defending Jeremy's actions, not really addressing them, and then reframing it as, well, it's just because the hater trolls, SJWs, whatever, and people who had legitimate criticism, rightfully so, of him trying to deplatform people that you are co-hosted with on FNT, him coming for me and everybody else, that's wrong. And Melanie is essentially co-signing it and not really addressing it on stream and reframing it like it's just trolls. And I don't think it's fair to say that it's just guilt by association.
Yeah, it's definitely not. But she also, like, Melanie comes off extremely manipulative.
Oh my dude, don't listen. The Alabama Sevens, that's what we're calling them now, really shouldn't be helping. Guys, thank you very much. Please enjoy some very quick stickers. Thank you. Gets buried with the 10. I have never watched or really heard of the woman, this woman before, this Jer stuff, but she comes off as the kind of person who goes out for bingo, but only events where everyone gets a prize at the end. Jesus, what a weird insult based. Thank you very much.
Manipulative in this whole situation.
Well, as Chrissie said in the intro, she said that Melanie was kind of saying, oh, it's a nothing burger type of thing versus, you know, Nina had messaged Chrissie about it. She had the stream about it where Nina showed the screenshot of the tweet from Jeremy that said that he was coming from my scalp, Yellow Flash, and a few other people. And Chrissie's coworker, parenthesis S, more than one. But anyway, so Chrissie had seen this. And when I saw this, after I got off the phone with Chrissie, and she had gotten done telling me, like, well, I didn't know stuff. And then I see that stream where Nina is breaking the entire thing down where, hey, like, Jeremy deplatformed people. Here's a screenshot of the tweet of him going after Brittany, Yellow Flash, and other people. And
Desert Rose,
then it's like, well, I didn't know. It's like, well, in my opinion,
hell.
to Chrissie, as I said on the phone to her, I think it was more than enough information. And I get and Chrissie is being honest when she's saying that she has a lot of in real life stuff going on. Like, I'm going to be honest and fair. She does. And obviously she doesn't want to like talk about it online. But anyway, so it's like this inconsistency. And it's like, one more thing. Specifically, Nina had sent a message to you, Chrissie, on the day that you had Melanie on. And she said, well, Chrissie, you're going to ask Melanie about Jeremy. And then you didn't respond to it. So I understand where you're saying, I didn't connect the Jeremy thing was connected Melanie, but Nina connected it for you and had explained it 2 weeks prior. And then 2 weeks before that, you responded to Melanie's tweet. So that I don't understand how it's the case that you didn't connect it. And I think that's how other people view it too.
And I totally understand how people are viewing it. I did not connect all of Jeremy's drama and bullshit to Melanie. I did not. When I interviewed her, it was to speak on these other topics, and I didn't think she was responsible for what Jeremy did, if that makes sense. And
when Nina messaged you, what did you think?
I wish that I had, like I said earlier, I dropped the ball. I should have recalled that conversation with Nina. And again, it shouldn't reflect poorly on you or Nina. Like, we tried to warn you. Again, like, no one should be giving you shit. You guys are not my producers. You're not like in charge of my content. So nobody should be giving you a hard time or like associating you poorly with me. No, we tried to tell her. Like, I'm so embarrassed that I didn't recall that conversation with Nina from 2 weeks
ago. It's this weird thing she's doing where she's like, oh, I totally understand how this shouldn't be seen as your fault. And I'm really sorry if anyone's like attacking you over it. No one's attacking them over it. Why this play for fucking sympathy and sisterhood is fucking insufferable.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I have a lot going on, and it's not. I should have had all, crossed all my T's, dotted all my I's. I should have, I should have been more. I'm thinking I'm just talk to her about what I want to talk to her about, which is my conversion, which is not something I have to like research because I just went through it. And
you said there was conflicting things, right? That Melanie was saying like, oh, it's a nothing burger, essentially, right? But Nina 2 weeks had told you otherwise. So if you're saying that you had her on anyway because there's
it's like you were told it's not. What did you think? That the entire internet had gone up in arms over a fucking nothing burger? Mistborn with the 5. I don't know who Kimberly or Cherry are, but there is not enough money in the world to get me on this live stream. Also, Cherry, you killed me. Dude, this is brutal.
Confliction, then that doesn't make sense to say that therefore you didn't know. But even if we did assume that, right, and it's like, you just didn't remember from 2 weeks ago, even though it's serious, like I think that would be something to remember when he's saying he's going to go after me and he's already deplatformed people. I think that's on your responsibility, especially because we've known each other a long time and we worked together a long time, take something like that seriously. And when Nina's telling you as your friend, so and she even told you the day of, she told you before she had her on
into it, and one friend is saying it's a nothing burger. It's like that cancels each other out. And then when in my tweet where I was like, what's going on with Jeremy? Everyone's like, he's a cuck. It's like, I'm not interested in his love life. Okay. I think anybody can understand these are conflicting, confusing messages. And the friend I'm about to do a stream with is saying it's no big deal. So I'm kind of going to go with that because that is who I'm going to speak with.
Your lower
that
right
makes
too
sense.
close to the camera.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
bothering
no,
me.
I see what you're saying, but if you're saying that
I knew everything I
Jeez,
did
Mel.
know, and like putting all the dots together, and I have spent so much time these last few days literally ignoring my toddler to the point where he's in tears and making a fucking fit. But mommy's got to
That's
get
not
up in the
good.
ordering drama, so tough shit. Watch Sesame Street, and that's what we had to do these last few days. So
That's, dude, the fucking guys. Don't you understand that you're causing me to punish my toddler? Okay.
again,
Chrissie, I'm really sorry that
like
happened.
I did today. Back then, it would have been a completely different interview.
But when you're saying stuff like that, it makes it sound like, well, dang, I have to like take accountability here. And it's like, you open the stream with I was bullied into it. And I don't think anybody would want you to say anything you don't mean if you're bullied into this. Like, who's bullying you into this? And all I'm saying is that there was a conflict with Nina telling you about Melanie the day of in the message, hey, you're going to ask about Jeremy.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
So there's
where
that.
I streamed with Melanie. I was focusing on Melanie and these issues that I'm dealing with. It was literally taking place the whole morning of before I streamed with Melanie. So I'm focusing on my private stuff, and then at night I had my stream with Melanie. So again, like hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, I mean, what I said this to Chrissie before, and she's correct. Hindsight is 2020. But in a situation like that, where like you may not be like up to date, or not necessarily not up to date, but not have connected the pieces yourself. You're trying to have a different kind of stream. If you're having a stream with your friend and someone's trying to like say, oh no, like switch the stream, have somebody else on. At the very least, you could say like, I'll let Melanie decide if it's too much for her. Then we can do a different stream where we talk about this. That way, there's transparency for everyone.
Why are we watching the view?
DJ Cobra said it best. Like the chat is the most important part of the stream.
Bring on
That's why we're
Whoopi.
here. It's what we do it for. So yeah, like, is there a better way to have handled that situation? I completely agree. I also understand being overwhelmed by chat in the moment, and I watch your content. I think you're a great content creator. I think you're coming from a place of truth and logic. I don't think that you're trying to be malicious. Neither do I don't think Chrissie's trying to be malicious, but I definitely don't think you're on here to be any kind of like, just like get like your little digs in at all. But I do think that maybe there could be some kind of like meet in the middle moment here. And I hope we could get to that. But I do understand how it looks, and appearances are truth, so they say.
She is so fucking nervous. She is so fucking nervous. Like, Bro, is this girl real? Is she a sex doll? Did they bring on a sex doll? Like, can you move? Have I seen her blink? What the fuck is going on?
And that maybe should be addressed. But that's just coming from someone who's like observing, Chrissie's side of things, and then trying to see Jeremy. He's an asshole. I think we can all agree he's like done the most fucked up shit here. And like, anyway, I don't necessarily, I don't have to go into my whole opinion on that right now. But I just hope that like this could be a setting where we can, meet in the middle a little bit.
So why wasn't it a red flag for you when you have two conflicting things? Because you said you were thinking about the Nina thing, you're thinking about the Melanie thing. They're saying conflicting things. She's saying it's nothing burger. Nina's like, Chrissie, this is serious. Why is that not a red flag to look further into?
I mean, I know, like, Brittany, you're probably wishing, like, Chrissie, why didn't you handle this like I would have handled it? And like, I wish I had your brain. I wish I had your talent for investigative journalism. I wish I had your talent for deep dives. It's why people love you, Vendi. It's why you have a whole.
Oh, Brittany, you're so good and talented. I wish I was as good as you. I wish I was as incredible as you. You're so good, Venti. Don't you know how much I love you, Brittany? Brittany, please don't murder me. Please. We've been friends for you ate the top of my wedding cake. Don't murder me, Venti. We've been through so much. It's like an episode of the fucking Sopranos. It's like fucking, like, what's his name? When they've got him on the fucking boat and they've like found out he's a rat and they're gonna shoot him and dump his body in the ocean. It's like that. Oh, I just had to. They came to me. That was gonna get prison time. Gilla with a 5. Couldn't you just, I don't know, put in one earbud and listen to a video or something? Not neglect your child? Lol, what the fuck?
Whole
Come
chat
on,
calling
YouTube.
for you.
There we go.
You're so good at what you do, and it's why you're fun to watch and you're entertaining and you're fun to have on stream. I can't go back and change anything. I can only try to illuminate what was going on with me at the time.
Right. So I understand you're saying there's your intent there, but obviously like there was a misstep. And when you're saying things like, hey, I'm being bullied into it, and like I'm apologizing for having Melanie on, it's not that people want you. I mean, maybe some trolls, but like it's not about like you having Melanie on. It's the fact that she was on and then given no pushback, as she is essentially co-signing and laughing with Jeremy. She's replying to his tweet about them getting
Jeremy.
the platform.
Jeremy wasn't on.
Well, hold on.
Look at
so
the rabbits,
on Twitter,
Chrissie.
when the Kino Casino got
Yes.
deplatformed off of YouTube
Thank
because of
Mama.
Jeremy rallying for that and threatening to use his connections as a channel with 2 million subscribers, he posted a card that had like casino theme on it right after they got banned. It was the #1 trending thing. This is his job. He knows it's happening. He's been honed in on this for weeks at this point, arguing with them, going on drunken rampages, deleting stuff. He posts this card to taunt them, and then Melanie replies to it. So things like that are seen as her co-signing it, and she has not, even to this point, spoken up on her friend that, well, he pays her, so people have a problem with that too. And then she's not speaking up on the deplatforming. And so it's not, oh, well, I'm not going to apologize for not having a friend on. It's the fact there's no pushback, and the Kino Casino is not able to go on their YouTube and defend themselves. So that's why people wanted me on. And if you didn't want to have me on, then it should have probably been you that gave some pushback, considering that Nina had given you the rundown on stream. And it was enough to have some red flags. And even though it's a mistake on your end, like, there's still like mistakes made that should, if it were me, I would apologize. But it's just,
sorry I didn't connect Melanie to Jeremy's drama. Sorry,
I didn't make that connection, guys. Sorry, it was just a little too hard for me. It's just a little too hard for me. I'm gonna reload this page, by the way, because my YouTube is like fucking lagging. Brittany is a lioness amongst goats. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking easy pickings. It's fucking easy pickings. Give me a second. Let me try and get this to like fucking actually load like a normal fucking thing. And chill. Yeah, we're back to like here.
okay, sorry.
Has anybody tried to like video that I ended up watching?
Well, it was trending for like 3 weeks.
Okay, that's great. But you know what's also trending is my fucking personal life. I didn't realize that what he did was her in some way she was complicit in. Like the tweet you're mentioning, I didn't see it. I'm not like up on everything. I'm not watching everybody's content. The only video that I ended up watching,
well, it was trending for like 3 weeks.
Okay, that's great. But you know what's also trending is my fucking personal life and the shitstorm that is my dad being murdered and other stuff that I don't want to get into. So sometimes
not to.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, it's not. No, it's not, actually. The wider, like, I think the only person who's talked about it, ironically, is fucking Chronic. The person you said should get their channel back. Oh yeah, you know what else? I'm being attacked. Bro, you inserted yourself in this space. You know what this space is like.
Sometimes your 2-year-old does take precedent over the quartering drama. And I wish I could.
Yeah, but you're choosing to work, and your work is to be free speech. And then
my job is to be a mother. I stream to make diaper money. And again, I already said I dropped the ball. I don't know how many times I have to say that.
You said you were bullied into it. That's the thing, Chrissy. I'm trying to point out to you that it feels inconsistent. You're saying, hey, I dropped the ball, but hey, I'm also being bullied into it in the hostile chat. And then it feels like victimization, which is what Jeremy's been doing this whole time, which is why he had to delete his Twitter account today and run away.
I think Melanie shrugged off a lot of that chat onto you. And I think you were trying to be a friend, but also like the chat was ambushing her for a reason. And the reaction, like despite the intent, which I've known you long enough to believe that there wasn't a bad intention there, but what the appearance of that was that you were trying to make sure that she didn't have to take the heat, and what that did was pass it off to you. And whether or not she intended for that to happen, we'll live in a world where she wasn't being malicious, but like I think there's argument for the other end of that.
Oh yeah, Melanie should have known that would have happened for sure.
She knew. I am going to sit down on that.
Okay.
Melanie would have known that drama would have followed her into that chat, despite how long in advance you had planned this. This was reason she knew it was going to happen. She knew it was all over the internet. This has been trending for months. And like I said,
did she just bring on Kimberly to like, listen, I'm all here for the Melanie Mac hate. I'm well in on it. Listen, let bring it fucking on. But there is something weird about this Kimberly person being like, haha, don't you know Melanie Mac fucked you over? Shouldn't we be mad at her? Where's Melanie Mac? Like, her time will come.
I don't know, her whole argument about like, oh, I don't have to mention it goes out the window when you hear the things that the quartering is willing to go on live and say about her. So he's allowed to talk all the shit he wants about the people on his network. He's allowed to like, reflect on, oh, well, like we wouldn't be sexually compatible because I don't like her boobs. While she's on her honeymoon, she's not going to address that. Come on, give me a break. I think
that's the same reason people had quartering under fire for the bull and cuck stuff, because why are you bringing a swinger around your wife when you're branding off of being a Christian too? His co-host's a Christian, Melanie, very, very much online talking about Christianity.
So Chrissy, when you're answering the chats for her, like I said, despite your intention, that's what's happening. That's what people are
in
seeing.
The moment, I was so overwhelmed by the chat and I froze, and my instinct was to like protect my friend. And looking back, I now feel stupid because she probably expected all of that, where I was not expecting 1,000 oranges. I was not expecting 1,000 brooms. And
she might have thought you were okay with it. I don't know what's in Melanie's head, right?
Look,
but
why
but
would
you are.
but
Not
I don't
much.
believe that for a second. I think it was really rude and really manipulative. And I think that a true friend, if we're on the other end of that, wouldn't just sit there and say nothing while the chat kept coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in.
And she knew
she
that
very much left you out to
not?
hang.
How could you not know, right? It's like, because of how bad Jeremy has to lock everything down. So I definitely agree. Like,
Venti? Venti? Oh, there we go.
Has anybody tried? Like,
Did they get
has
her?
anybody tried to like have a stream with Melanie where this stuff is specifically called out, or a stream with Jeremy where this?
Do you think she would do that? I don't think she would do that stream. I think if somebody even in the neutral space is like, yeah, I don't think she, so. I really don't think she would. I think she would ignore it. I think she would, and then she, like I said, I think she knew that if she came on this chat, that stuff would follow her here, and she knew that you were a loyal friend, and I think that was extremely manipulative on her part, and I stand by that, because fundamentally it's like, okay, I actually know you like IRL for a large extent. We spoke for a long time. We've shared a lot of personal stuff together, and do I think that you are a person at the end of the day with malicious intention? Absolutely not. Do we all fumble and do things that are come off wrong, and you can add 100 pieces together and try to make it whatever it is, but I don't think the intention or the root of your intention has ever been malicious towards anyone. And I think that Melanie knew coming in people were going to flood the chat, and she knew that you were a person who would be willing to stand up for her, and then when it kept getting worse, she was just sitting there like,
and my
how was your weekend? I don't work for the quartering. I don't know what that means. Like, don't make me take out my triangle. I brought it.
And in that moment, I thought, well, it seems like she has explained everything she has to explain. It seems like she's talked about this all she wants to. And then I was like, oh, I guess I'm. So if it looked like I'm trying to speed through the super, I was trying to wrap up, and there's so many super chats, and I was like, I was really overwhelmed, and I froze, and I didn't want her to get upset.
Like nothing, and also I can tell this is stressing to you right now. Like I can tell that this is something that's actually weighing on your mind. And if it was really just about superficial nonsense, it wouldn't weigh on your mind. So like I'm just maybe I'm the pregnant.
Okay, can we get rid of fucking Kimberly, please? I don't know what we have to do. Like Becca's trying to make us hate women. Why have we got like one woman on this 4-woman panel is worth listening to? And yeah, she's an empath. Someone's fucking infuriating. Holy shit. I can see why she hangs out with Chrissie. They apparently share one brain cell. Fuck me.
Trying to appeal to emotion, but the fact of the matter is, like, were mistakes made? Sure, that's absolutely the case. Melanie's being extremely manipulative. Jeremy has been caught.
I've worked out why the camera's so close. The top of her fucking head is missing.
Saying and doing disgusting things, and it's not like that's changed. It's not like, oh well, it's post conversion. After conversion, you're still talking about your co-host food
like,
and why that makes her unfuckable. So excuse me, I'm not. It's just like we're not buying it, and everybody else, and she
this has been one of the most annoying streams since the other three joined.
I don't have to comment. Like maybe on some of this stuff, the network you're working with, like maybe you should have something to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while you're right that she definitely has some accountability. Like there's still responsibility on Chrissie too, though, as a host to research, and especially when there's a red flag that pops up. And yeah, Chrissie's saying she didn't do it perfectly, but like there's so many things along the way, which is like, Nina tells you right before you have Melanie on, then there's a bunch of hours between that. You're informed 2 weeks prior. So it's like it's your responsibility as a host, even if you're busy, your child, and of course you're a mother first. But like at the end of the day, the chat's still giving you money, whether you want to say it's your job or not. They're the ones still giving you money as a free speech.
It's not right. Even have a working mic.
And she's covering for Jeremy and him deplatforming.
I don't know if that's a person.
It's not good, and it's not good to say that you're bullied into this and that the chat's hostile, because it's valid criticism.
Why is she occasionally just nodding her head? What the fuck is going on? Ties with the two. Thank you.
Well, it was very hostile.
So I want to know who's bullying you.
Yeah. Well, not having. I would have maybe leaned on Melanie more to answer the questions too.
I'm sure people in there were incendiary, but it makes it seem like victimization. So I want to know who is bullying. Who is bullying?
Kimberly is. Are you Chrissie, Kimberly? Who are we talking to here? Is it you or is it fucking Chrissie? Please shut the fuck up.
You to do this because you opened with, "Hey, I'm being bullied," into this, and it makes it seem like everything else you say is not legitimate.
I don't know. From what I see on Twitter, there's very much a call for me to talk about this stuff. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine if I didn't? That's not bullying, though. Can you imagine if I just like didn't bring this up? How bad that would be.
But that just sounds like you're doing it to just do.
Yeah,
do it instead of doing it because
I might actually just shut off and go to bed if this keeps up. Sorry, I don't, but dude, this Kimberly person's infuriating. Is that the tactic? Thank you for the 5. KQ with 2. Need Kimberly there to nerf Venti. Cherry is +1.
realize there's an error in what you did, that you're informed about it.
I was never wanting to talk about the quarterings drama.
But that conflicts with your brand, your free speech. You profit off of being free speech, and you have to be.
I'm just trying to explain that I had Melanie on to talk about her conversion, and I had her on to talk about her wedding. What does that have to do with Jeremy's drama? It's Melanie
because she co-signed deplatforming.
But
you were told this by Nina.
Like it's almost like you're not listening to what I'm saying. I didn't know Melanie.
I am.
Of course, after the fact, this is all coming together. But when I was going into that interview with Melanie, I didn't know she was co-signing the deplatforming. I didn't know if she was encouraging it or saying it was okay. I didn't think his mistakes had anything to do with her.
Right, but it was trending for 3 weeks. It has multiple red flags. You have to take time out to research it.
I'm not online as I was 2 years ago. I wish I don't wish I vaccinated my kid and put him in daycare. Yeah, I'd have a ton more time, but then he'd be having myocarditis and possibly dying in daycare. So I'm really sorry I didn't have as much time to do internet research before interviewing my friend about my conversion and her wedding.
It's the play here that you're just actually clinically retarded. I can't put my kid in daycare. He'd die there. He'd die. Do you want my child to die, Brittany Venti? Are you advocating for infanticide over this drama, Brittany Venti? How can I possibly vaccinate? You fucking dude.
But do you see how that sounds like a lack of accountability? Because it's like, well, I'm just here because I had to be. That's how it comes across.
No, I have this show every Sunday at 9:00, and this is the drama that came up for me this week. So of course I have to address it on my show.
Well, yeah, because it is about platforming, and unfortunately, Kino Casino can't be here to address it because Jeremy removed them, and as well as flagging other people and your co-hosts. He came for your co-host as well from FNT.
Yeah, I hope everybody who had their channels taken down by him gets them back. That's really messed up, and that's not cool.
Well, it seems
I think
when you have Melanie on, and she's sweeping for it by not acknowledging it repeatedly, and you say, well, hey, I'm not here to talk about that with Melanie. Well, look how it turned out. And it's a conflict of interest because you're having someone that's helping getting people that me, your co-host, other people, she's co-signing them getting deplatformed. And for all we know, this stream could go down too because of it.
Well,
so
she was pretending also that like there's no like every mention of him possibly being involved in the flagging was like a conspiracy theory, like likened to the SJWs spreading lies to get people deplatformed, and that was just not the case. He was like openly bragging about how people were
women sound like when they get
gonna
together.
feel his wrath, and that's especially if you don't understand that context fully, or if you don't like see that happening in real time.
Well, here's the thing. She's Chrissie's point of contention with that is that, well, she didn't know that Melanie was connected with that. But my point of contention with that is that, and it's not about like paying for the sins of friends. Melanie herself did something wrong as a content creator that is supposed to be pro free speech. And by platforming her and her sweeping under the rug and it not being pressed, because you didn't press her on it despite Nina giving you information on him deplatforming. So that's what needs to be acknowledged, and it just feels like it keeps turning into like my toddler, which of course Chrissie is a mom and she should prioritize that, but it comes to a point where it's like, okay, well, you have to pick a lane. If you can do the job, then do the job when you need to press someone about deplatforming, because otherwise it turns into this, and I think that needs to be acknowledged instead of
okay, I hear what you're saying. That my job that night, Brittany, was to talk to Melanie about my conversion and her wedding and Catholic stuff. My job that night was not to press her on the quartering because I did not link her.
No. Fuck off. You are bringing someone on to fucking interview them. You know the quartering. Other people have told you that the quartering drama is going on. You know Melanie Mack is linked to like fucking the quartering. You know this. You can't be like, well, my job was just to talk about my conversion. What the fuck are you on about? Oh, a Beckett stream after a painful day at work. Surely this will be a relaxing use of my evening. Welcome in, Hydra Dancer. Thank you for the 5.
With the quartering.
Also, have some stickers, guys.
I mean, she also, like, if she didn't say anything about, like, how she thought
your
this
job
was
is
gonna
to
go,
research, though, especially about the platform.
I think I just explained how I didn't have time to research and I have a lot going on.
Melanie can be disingenuous.
Melanie should have said
Melanie
something.
can be disingenuous. We agree she didn't handle it right. But the responsibility isn't all on only Melanie. This is Chrissie's show, and she had Melanie on, people are super chatting. And then there comes the thing about me joining to give some pushback. Chrissy was open to it seemingly. And then she said, well, hey, like Brittany sent me a reply too late, but I don't, and she said in the intro here too, that by that time, you know, she wanted to wrap it up. But I think
it was 40 minutes before the end of the fucking stream, and she was addressing the fact that Venti could come on. Chrissy is like, this is just bullshit.
40 minutes is more than enough time for if she wanted to have me on.
You're looking at that as a Monday morning quarterback. You can now look at the end of the stream and go, wow, I messaged her, and then the show went on for 40 minutes. But I didn't know how long the show was going to go on for. I was trying to wrap it up, and then I was like, holy crap.
Well, you're the host.
And then it took that much longer. You're the host, though. Of course. I'm just trying to explain to you.
I didn't know how long my stream would go. I've got no idea. It's out of my control, Brittany. It's out of my control. How am I meant to know a stream that I'm hosting is going to last for another 40 minutes? It's not up to me. It's up to the will of the gods. It's up to my unvaccinated toddler, apparently. What the fuck, bro?
Like, in your mind, you thought there was enough time to come on. In my mind, it was late. I was trying to wrap it up. I was not trying to ambush. I was not trying to gotcha. And hold on.
Then question, just a question. Then why didn't you message Venti and say, listen, I want to wrap up. This stream is an awful lot for me. I understand you need to talk about it. We can talk like later. I'm really sorry. And say that to the chat. Listen, Venti has messaged me. Venti's messaged me. We need to set something up. We need to wrap up tonight. I've got to go take care of my kid. But this is obviously why didn't you say that during the fucking stream? Because that would be the answer.
Let me not ignore the chat, because I did that last time. Kentucky Tim, thank you for the super chat. Brittany needs to mind her own business.
Oh, listen, look what she pulls up. Look what she pulls up. One of the few in defense of her.
Biz is her own. Chrissie's is her own troublemaking middle schooler mentality by both Kim and Britt. Friends stand behind each other without pulling knives. Shame on both of you. Thank you, Tim.
Friends make sure that they keep each other not doing immoral things, and
friends hold each other accountable. So like,
and that Melanie hasn't done, for example, and that's why people are mad.
I appreciate, and I've sent, I talked to Brittany before the stream. I sent Nina a long message. I sent Camelot a message saying like, hey, I'm, thank you for essentially being a good friend and calling me out, because if they hadn't done that, I wouldn't have had the perspective and clarity coming.
We in the Halfling community fully disavow the actions of the Quartering, who I see as a woke in disguise, based Halfling. Thank you for the 5. Good to see you, buddy.
That I have. I really do appreciate that, because, and a true friend does call you out and say, hey, like, I know you're going through a lot of shit, but this is what people are saying and thinking. So I do appreciate that. Hydra Quill.
And you're free to do whatever you want with the super chat. They're saying to each their own. You're free to do it, of course. But like, here's the thing. People can also choose to
She's literally bringing up the super chats that are defensive of her. Out of all of them. Really?
Money or not, if they see someone that's for free speech fighting for it, and then they are platforming someone who is supporting that, and then not giving pushback when they know that the ordering her boss is going after me and your co-host, and it just feels it feels dishonest.
She's
that's why people
desperately
have this
trying to
criticism.
get
It's
to
not
the
about,
super
like,
chats that are nice to
the
her.
sins of somebody else or having Melanie on. It's the fact that there was no pushback, and the Kino Casino can't even fight back their own battle.
And I understand why people wanted the pushback. First time super chatting anyone, let alone anyone on FNT. Out of all the gay drama on FNT, this is by far the gayest. Chrissy didn't do anything wrong. It's not your responsibility to keep up with everyone's brain dead drama. This isn't a cult. First of all, yes, it is my responsibility to keep up with everyone's brain dead drama. Thank you, though. Zato.
Well, this isn't brain dead drama. This is about platform. I don't like that dismissal. This is about deplatforming. Like, this isn't just brain dead drama. Of course, I know the quartering's brain dead, but
saying you're literally, because it wasn't even just that they got flagged. It was his entire thing about like, I'm gonna take everything that you have. Like, excuse me, who the fuck are you?
That is a
I want to hear Chrissy.
threat. Zato.
So
Kino Casino,
is this brain dead drama?
Andy Worsley and his father. Retard friend shitting on people. That's the hill, Brittany. Thank you, Zato. And again, I'm not gonna
They're literally all the ones that are in defense of her. What the fuck are you doing?
Super chats choose to read, but I need to know.
Yeah,
is
Brittany's calling it
considered
out.
brain dead drama, or is it, hey, like there's a legitimate thing about platforming and not just deplatforming whoever criticizes?
Platforming is not okay. People are allowed to criticize.
Read MLSs. Get Melanie Mack on a fucking Lego stream, and bring me on.
It's I've never said that deplatforming is good, or that we should be continuing.
But it feels dismissive when you're reading the super chat and you're like, yeah, well, it is my job
trying to
to
get through them all.
drama.
Like I said, I'm not trying to make this the whole show, and I do want to get through these, and I do feel like I went over a lot of this. Chad
Didn't
Wellington.
that guy also refer to it that way? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's what he wrote. Chad Wellington. Melanie is the epitome of a snake.
Well, she agreed with it. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to.
She will drag you down. If you really have become a Christian, let Melanie be the example of what a false Christian looks like. Thank you.
So I have a question. What would you have done differently? Genuine question. I think people want to know.
If I knew everything today, that if I could go back in time, you're saying?
Yeah. How would you have handled it? Because you said you don't regret having Melanie
That's a
on.
fair
So
question.
what would you have
That's a
done?
fair question. I would have said, gosh, I would say, do you feel like the fact that you
Oh my
are an
God.
employee of Jeremy's
Oh my God.
keeps you from being
Oh my
or I
God.
don't know, do you think it's a conflict of interests? Because knowing that all this drama is
You've
going
had 4
on, and he's your
days.
boss, do you feel like that keeps you from honestly criticizing or commenting on what's going on? I think I would point to the fact that, like, hey,
I can see in the chat
there
that
is money
PPP
involved
wants
here,
on,
you're on
apparently.
the payroll.
Bring PPP on.
And we see you also not being, calling this out, or like, yeah, if I had these tweets of like, here you are supporting it, here you are laughing this off, here you are, do you feel like this reaction has anything to do with the fact that you work for him?
Like you would have said this publicly with her, or like in
You're
private?
asking how I would do the interview differently.
I'm asking how you would have did it in general differently.
Yeah, I would have mentioned like, yeah, you're an employee, and do you think that affects your ability to comment on this?
Yeah. I just, my point of contention here is just I see this is on Twitter for 3 weeks, happening for three weeks. Chrissy, I know you said you're busy, but at the end of the day, you're getting paid for this. It is your job. Being a mom's also your job. And people told you multiple times, and you say, well, I would have done it differently if I knew. But to me, it seems like you did know, especially when you say, for example, hey, like, I can't have you on. I'm busy wrapping. I wanted to wrap this up. I don't want to ambush Melanie. Well, in a way, Melanie like is omitting things, and she's bringing all the chat stuff with her. So, I mean, it's questionable to call it an ambush, though I could understand. But like, normally you just send me the link.
I'm saying the style of having one guest on, which is what I normally do. I have one guest on, and I have one conversation with them, and it just goes back and forth. Like,
look, I'm gonna be honest. She's fucking cooked. She's actually fucking cooked. There is no, like, you're like fully past the point of no return. There's like nothing that's gonna save this woman.
And then to suddenly bring on a new guest that was not advertised, that was not part of the plan, that I consider to be like an ambush or like a gotcha, like surprise.
Well, then why on stream would you say, hey, like, I'm waiting?
Beckett, she has to chill. She has to fist fight any virus around her child so she doesn't die. So it doesn't die. She doesn't have time to think. I mean, that is fair, though. That is also her fault. Thank you for the 5.
It's 40 minutes, and then on my end, it says that you saw it by 11:40. It showed the scene receipt, and so in my perspective, you did see it, and there's all these other things showing that you saw it, and so it's like it's either, hey, I just didn't want to because I didn't want to ambush her, or I genuinely didn't see it, and I saw the red receipt, and I showed that when I was talking to Nina because she was asking where am I. I'm like, well, she saw it.
Brittany, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you covered this so thoroughly. So it sounds like you're like, it maybe sounds like you're getting defensive. You don't
Mayr
feel
can't
defensive
fix
at all.
her kid, but
Again,
she can fix
I feel
Melanie.
lied to, so I am, because I feel lied to. I feel like I'm being told that, hey, well, one thing I didn't want to have you on. Then the other is, oh, well, I didn't see it, but like I saw the red receipt by like 11:40, and I had messaged Nina about it, and I showed this on stream as well.
I was trying to wrap the stream up again. Like, I try to not go more than 90 minutes on my interviews. I just think like,
right, but which is it? Is it that you didn't see it?
I was like, it's late, and I'm, I think that makes sense.
But is it that you didn't see it, or that you didn't want Melanie to feel ambushed? Because it's like, it says you saw it, and Frank said it wasn't him that opened the message. He was busy upstairs with your toddler when we were talking on the phone. So I feel lied to, especially after seeing the Nina stuff, and then I'm getting done off the phone with you, and you're saying like, well, thank you for explaining to me, but you knew a lot of this stuff already. And I just feel like to somebody who's worked with you so long, and I don't feel like you're taking accountability.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, Brittany. Again, like how I handled the stream poorly is no reflection on you, and I'm even just doing.
Why do you keep fucking deflecting? No one's saying that it's a reflection on Venti. What the fuck would you mean?
So you kind of framed it that way.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you got hurt. I'm sorry if like I explained.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
This is a real shitstorm.
Holy shit, bro!
A real pile of shit, and it's been a really bad week for me, and I'm it seems like a lot of people have sort of been like caught in the crossfires of this. So
you're not really responding to what I'm saying. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm asking you like, hey, then why was there
I'm not responding.
By like 11:40 if you didn't see it? And I'm not getting like, as somebody who like, okay, let's try to resolve this. Like, I need honesty, and I'm asking you, why are you saying you didn't see it, but there was the red receipt?
Yeah, I'm sorry you feel hurt by that. I think it was just too late in the stream. I was trying to wrap it up, and
So did you see it, yes or no? That's what I want to know, to be
I didn't want
honest.
her to feel ambushed.
So you did see it.
By the time I saw it,
if
I
we
was wrapping the stream.
So yeah.
Okay. So because I need honesty to like have the conversation. So
I know, it
okay,
just
so
feels
she
like
saw
it's
it.
a little.
My problem is it makes me look bad when she's saying I messaged
No,
her too
again,
late when
believe
there's
me,
40 minutes.
You don't. I'm sorry if you feel like my the way I'm sorry if my stream is making you look bad. Again, like it's the whole point of even tonight's stream is for me to explain what was going on with me and how
This
I dropped.
woman is actually fucking screwed. I'm sorry if you feel this way. I'm sorry if it's making you look a particular way. No, bitch. Did you see the fucking message 40 minutes before the end of your stream say that you were gonna bring Venti on and fucking lied about it? Like, literally, you're admitting to lying about it. This is fucking absurd.
Off the ball, and I don't think it is, I'm sorry you were hurt by it. So I don't know how many times I have to apologize for you feeling, for you being hurt
Well, you
by it.
lied. So there's that. So how can we proceed when I'm telling you that you saw it and I saw you saw it, and then you claim you didn't see me asking for the link?
Brittany, I was looking for you to respond for a while, and then I stopped looking because I was like, I should really focus on my guest. And then by the time I saw it, it was too late to bring you on. And even though you're like, well, it's 40 minutes later, I wasn't planning for it to go 40 minutes longer. I know that
I saw Chris.
After the fact,
Hold on, I'll bring it up.
looks like, oh, there was plenty of time to have me on. But at that time, I was trying to wrap it up. All right.
Well, I don't appreciate being lied to, and it's like people are here, they want to hear your side of it, but you open saying I'm being bullied, and then it's like there's lies.
Well, I mean,
it comes across as victimization. I want to hear from Chrissie. I'm talking to her.
I'm not trying to say I'm a victim.
Shut up, Kimberly.
I'm just trying to.
Then who's bullying you? Like, you should clarify.
I'm just trying to explain what was going on. At this time.
But who bullied you? You said you were bullied into this.
I feel like you are bullying me right now by asking me the same question 10 times in a row.
I feel like the Kino Casino was bullied by being deplatformed by Jeremy, and then Mel getting to lie on your stream, and then you lying about it.
The Kino Casino should get their platform and their show and their channel back.
But that doesn't sound genuine, Chrissie. When you're platforming Mel, who's denying that quartering even did this. But how does that sound genuine? And then you're lying.
I did not associate Jeremy's fuck ups with Melanie.
But Nina literally told you.
I feel like we've gone over this so many times.
Why am I to believe you if you already were lying about seeing the message in the first place? So you have to kind of prove what you're saying. I can't assume that you're telling the truth at this point. And I don't think I'm bullying you. I think that you're being fairly pressed based on a free speech platform of hosting someone on here that was anti-free speech. And this isn't right that I get thrown under the bus for it and told that I messaged too late and lied on. You admitted to lying.
You should not be thrown under the bus.
I've helped you for how many years, Chrissie?
You're a very good friend and an even better streamer. I don't think that no one should be giving you crap for anything.
But you're telling me I'm bullying you, so apparently they should, no?
I'm saying
because I'm asking you questions about you lying, and now I'm the bully.
She's just saying she's feeling overwhelmed.
I'm just saying I'm just saying I'm overwhelmed right now, and I didn't expect you to like.
Because I'm upset that you lied, and then you're still calling.
Cherry looks like she's gonna kill herself.
How is anybody at this point? Fuck it. Call me a bully if you want, but you can't call me a liar.
No one's calling you a liar. You've done a good job covering everything that's been going on.
She got a fucking script to these talking points.
I stuck to covering this. They should be sending you all of their money. Oh my god, there's so many, you guys. Okay. How's your weekend? This week, Apology was brought to you by Coffee Brand Coffee. Very funny. Let's see. Snee Dave Williams, as a Catholic, will you continue to platform porn stars? Why did you lie about not knowing the drama? Why did you say Jesus supports flag? I never said Jesus supports flagging. Why did you lie about not knowing the drama? Like I said before, I knew there was drama. I just didn't think it was something Melanie had to answer for.
I mean,
as a Catholic,
you kind of said that Jesus would support deplatforming certain people. That is a thing you said. That is a genuine thing you said.
We continue platforming porn stars. That's an interesting question. I think I might change who I have on, but again, Jesus himself associated with sinners, and if I were to just platform people who have never sinned, I would have very few guests. Let's see.
But he also gave pushback.
I was
That's
gonna
the
say
other thing.
He did. He was very good at that. Sneed Dave Williams.
You know
congrats
another
on
thing
getting your own
Jesus did?
thread.
He actually told people they were sinners and tried to like inform and educate people and like, I don't know, spread the good word. I don't fuck. Hydra with the 5, she's desperately trying to figure out which dialogue option gets her the good end in this conversation. Probably has a walkthrough nearby. Bitch, this bitch would save Scum if she could. Christopher with the 5, she should have just told Venti, no, I don't want to talk because she's getting her teeth kicked in. Yeah. Dude.
I'll be attending your careers ending tomorrow night on Kick with PPP presiding. Thank you. The dude, having Mel on your stream isn't the issue, and stop gaslighting that it ever was. Ignoring, disrespecting, and lying to your chat is the source of all the anger. Thank you, dude. I understand where this is coming from. At the time, I was just overwhelmed by all the insults, and it was pretty vile. So it was.
Well,
it was
your
hard
next
for me
few
to put
weeks
that
on
aside.
YouTube are going to be interesting.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read these. Tragically sane, these trolls are insufferable. This obsession these people have with some petty drama between two people is legitimately deranged.
Deplatforming petty.
You're showing how
Yeah, deplatforming is not petty
Yeah.
drama, and people in the chat who are saying this to you are not helping you right now. They're hurting you.
Yeah.
This is a free speech platform, apparently, so it shouldn't be petty.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely.
you know,
No, this is like
People are going to
this-
attribute that to
this-
Chrissy too, and I just don't think that that's accurate.
You know, I might have to do a whole nother stream addressing the super chats. Because this is way more.
Please, God, do a whole other stream addressing the super chats. That would be legitimately hilarious. I'm gonna reload this page again. I fucking hate Google, man. YouTube is so fucking bad for this. They've got like
people are just finding stuff now that they're digging because
feeling again, I'm not forcing anyone to send me money. Please don't feel like
the only the only Jesus
send
I
money
follow
or
is Stelzos.
Again,
Jesus who
people can listen to
shredded
this show for free
for our sins.
If someone were to
Stezos
and also have pushback
on the
as well.
eternal
Yeah,
half-pipe.
that's why you're here,
Fucking
Brittany.
God. Do you mean Jesus?
Terry, how was your
Yeah,
week?
but I'm being called a bully for it. I'm apparently like
I think
I'm
she said
asking
she
pretty
felt
fair questions.
bullied.
I've been more than fair. She said she felt like I'm bullying her, and she's calling
she
people
did say she
SJWs
felt
for
bullied.
giving pushback.
Well, I do think that is disingenuous. The SJW thing, and
How long do you reckon until her personal private stuff becomes public? With the amount of stories this woman tells, I imagine a lot of it's out there already, if I'm completely honest with you, Hamish, and people have never looked at it. Thank you for the 8, though.
I mentioned this. I commented on that thread.
Bro, imagine a grown woman saying you are bullying me. Yeah, like her kid's gonna come to her one day if she ever lets it out the house to have some real friends and be like, Mom, I'm being bullied. Don't worry, let me tell you about the time I was being bullied on the internet. That's gonna be the fucking conversation. Probably, dude, that kid's never gonna be allowed outside. What am I talking about?
You know, the insinuation there being like DJ Cobra, Kino Casino, all them, or just SJW is like, no, like this is like Jeremy's like bragging about fucking with people's livelihood for like bringing up drama when like so much of his channel is drama. And unfortunately, Chrissy, like you're being sucked into that tornado right now, and a lot of the stuff just didn't look good. And and I do think that like, you know, like I said to you before, like I'm here because I think you're a genuinely good person, but like there is stuff that probably should get talked about, and if the chat wants to talk about it, we can. And I think it's better to just like go through it and get it like like people want to feel acknowledged. And I agree with, like I said in the beginning with DJ Cobra, like the chat is the important part of this. And Brittany, like I would feel some kind of way too, because you were personally targeted by this, so it makes sense that like you want to push back. But yeah, I would say just like as kind of a side observer and somewhat of a contributor right now, like just acknowledge we'll just go through it. You guys can talk about it. I'll comment in whenever. But everybody here's got a right to how they feel, regardless of the intention behind it, because the results were very much, you know, what we're dealing with, not the intent. So I just think that has to be something that happens.
This is the most important super chat of the night. What's up, Anna? There are over 5K people watching. Can everyone please wish Cherry her first happy Mother's Day? Oh,
congratulations.
What the fuck are you doing? Like, Cherry's been sat there, seen silence. If this is your first Mother's Day, what a way to fucking spend it. Mountain Man with a 2. It's the worst adult film I have ever seen. Dude. This cannot be fucking serious. This is fucking unbelievable. I am fucking crashing out.
All the Mother's Day.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know a lot about this, so I.
Sorry, guys. I legitimately have no idea what the fuck is going on, but thanks for bringing me on. Can I leave now?
I just don't really want to comment on it because I just don't really know. All I know is I stopped watching the quartering years ago.
Yeah, I have my own beef with the quartering. He's like a very sketchy person.
Kimberly, I'm begging you, shut the fuck up.
Jeremy's there along the way, and then usually by the end of it, he's not there anymore. So that's all I really know about.
Yeah, nobody watches him. That's why this thing has been a big deal.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I prefer Cherry when she didn't speak.
Because literally people are just finding stuff now that they're digging, because literally, like, who was a quartering fan? But yeah, I want to say, like, overall, I just don't think that this should be equated to like, hey, I need to attend my kid, therefore I can't keep track of stuff that's relevant to platforming in my job and stuff. It doesn't mean therefore Chrissie has to neglect her kid. And I don't think it's being unfair to say these things or ask questions or have criticisms about what went down. Because I thought, like, what is the point of the stream otherwise? What is the point?
I just think something's being lost in translation because I think she's obviously overwhelmed.
I'm asking Chrissie, what's the point of the stream?
The point of the stream was for me to go through the concerns that I feel like were voiced over the past few days, and to clarify where I'm at in my personal life, to give that context for people.
It was to clarify where I am in my personal life. Holy shit. Listen, I needed people to understand it's very hard being me. I chose not to vaccinate my kid. Like, I've got like fucking dead dad drama from like 3 years ago. And, you know, I'm fucking useless. Mayr needs to just take the L instead of making excuses. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like a million other reasons why she fucking did this. Just be honest. Just be honest. Like, even if the honest truth is, listen, I wanted to make some quick money off Melanie and it didn't work out for me. That would be better than this.
To let people know I'm not paid by Jeremy. It was a one-time event where he sent coffee to. I wanted to acknowledge I'm not the streamer or person that I was 2 years ago. I am not terminally online, unfortunately. I'm sleep deprived. My content is so different. I'm doing mostly stuff that doesn't require a ton of research up front. Like I figured talking to Melanie about my conversion.
That doesn't really sound like an apology. It sounds like an explanation.
You asked me a question, then you interrupt me. That's not fair. I do more streams.
It's an explanation, though. It's the same thing you already said.
Cindy, are you here to interrupt me, or do you want to listen?
I have lag. No, there's lag. That's why. The last one lagged.
You listen to me, Brittany?
Anyway,
you talk to me.
Mother's Day, Cherry. When do you do?
September 26th.
Oh,
long time to go still.
Yeah. Oh, again, that's not an apology. That's an explanation. That's, hey, I have stuff going on.
Yeah.
But it's not really like an apology for having the platforming on. And then it's getting called bullying and SJWs. Like, how can you be on this platform that you make money off of and be free speech and say that?
Cindy, I had my friend Melanie on to talk about my conversion and her getting married. I did not have her on. I did not have her on to talk about deplatforming.
But you know, people have the free will to super chat. They're going to super chat in and ask about it.
I didn't know people would be asking about that because I did not associate Jeremy's fuck ups with Melanie. So that's why I was completely overwhelmed when that all came in.
That's still not, it's not an excuse still. It's just an explanation.
I'm not saying
all these things are happening.
I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just, the whole reason for the stream is to give context and explain where I was at. People can believe if they want. People can
non-apology.
And think, Brittany, if you're going to keep interrupting me, I don't see how that's productive.
So is it apology?
This doesn't feel very productive to me right now, Brittany. Brittany, you're not being very nice, Brittany.
Or not. That's what I want to know.
Who would you like me to apologize to? You personally?
Well, there's that, considering you lied to me, threw me under the bus, said I messaged you too late. So there's that part we talked about.
I didn't throw you under the bus, Brittany. I didn't.
You said I messaged you too late. 40 minutes is not too late, and you lied about not seeing it.
Brittany, at the time, it was too late for me. I was trying to wrap the show up.
But you lied and said you didn't see it.
I feel like you're obsessing about this particular point, and that's not.
It's so if you're lying, it's obsessing. If I point out that you're lying, I'm the bully, and that's obsessing.
Bro.
Okay, let's try to move on. Lindsay, DC.
No, let's try to move on. Holy fuck, bro. Are you actually kidding me? Let's just try and move on, okay? Let's just try and get past this point. What the fuck are you doing? Click the end live button, you fucking retard.
I don't want to move on, Chrissie.
This is going to. I didn't actually think it was possible for this stream to go as badly. I knew it would be bad, but this is the worst accountability stream I've ever fucking seen. It would be better if she played a fucking ukulele. Jesus.
You're collecting super chats.
You can have your own stream where you discuss this at length, Venti, because I feel like I have addressed it.
You really haven't. You're saying it's explanation and not an apology at all. For your own co-host was affected by this. How can you call yourself free speech? And this is just an explanation and not an apology for anything.
This is not about the stream I did with Melanie was to talk about my conversion and her getting married. Period. I was prepared to do the stream I wanted to do with her. I did not associate her with Jeremy's fuck-ups.
But Nina told you otherwise, twice.
And Melanie told me it was not a big deal and a nothing burger.
Yeah, and that's a red flag, which means you should look into it. And also, again, you lied to me. So yes, I do expect an apology for you lying on me.
I don't think like you. I am not inside your head with you. You are not inside my head with me. It seems like you're mad at me because I didn't do what you would have done.
Okay, so this pretty much clarifies that this is about what I would do and not what was right to do.
That's fuck it. Listen, it's about what I would do, not what's right to do, because you've got no fucking principles, do you, Chrissie? Lost in Worlds with 5. I just wanted to talk about my life with my friend, so why did it have to be with Melanie? Don't you have any other friends? I mean, she doesn't anymore.
It was right to do.
It seems like you're upset because I didn't handle this the
How
way
could you
would.
tell?
She seems upset because she feels like she was lied to. I think that's, and like I said, I don't think the intention matches up, but like that doesn't mean that the result wasn't the same.
No,
so
no,
while,
she
like I
liked
said, I
Venti.
feel like there does have to be some meeting in the middle here, and part of
She's
that is
admitted
like,
to it.
Chrissie, maybe you acknowledging that even if that wasn't your intention, and that you really were trying to wrap up the stream, which again I don't think is a lie.
Brand Tampons
I think that
presents
the extra time and all that other stuff it does add up, and I think that
Thank you, Vlad.
she has a right to feel that way. So
God, I
again,
fucking hate Chrissie.
I'm sorry, Venti, if you felt like you were going to come on and then you didn't. Like, you were all hyped to come on and then
I'm sorry if you felt like you were all hyped to come on. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Also, enjoy some stickers,
I'm
guys.
sorry that you were hyped to come on and then you didn't come on. Like, you were.
But it wasn't just the hypes, Chrissie. It's the fact that you're like, okay, hey, I'm checking my text for her. I'll let her on. And both of you seem like you were fine with having me on, and then you lied.
No, how would you know that Melanie was okay with having me on? You weren't speaking with her.
Well, because on the stream she was nodding her head and smiling and acting like she was okay.
Nodding her head? You think she was okay? She didn't know that you had.
And you could have said she wasn't.
You think
you
she
could have said that she wasn't
on because she was nodding her head? Do you realize how ridiculous that?
So you lied. You lied on the stream. You would never have Venti on. Once again, you're admitting that you lied during the stream, you fucking dumb bitch. Chrissie isn't digging her way down to China. She's drilling down there. She's so outraged by it. How dare you assume that Mel would want you to come on? You're the one who fucking offered. What do you mean?
That sounds.
I'm not going to be gaslit and be called schizophrenic for this. People told you they wanted me on. They spammed the chat. You said, okay, you know what? I'm going to have her on. Where's her message? I send you the message. And Melanie, as you're saying this, is like smiling and nodding her head. At no point during this entire time before you end the stream did you say, hey, Melanie doesn't want you on.
Holy shit. Does she keep bringing up random fucking super chats? She's right. Happy Mother's Day from Edgar the Pupper and his handler. We love you. What are you doing? This is fucking absurd.
You just followed up afterward and said, I didn't want to ambush her.
Right, I was focusing on my guest. I'm sorry I didn't bring you on, Venti. I guess I should have stopped reading the chats and had you on so that you could say to her what you wanted to say. Instead, I wanted to wrap up my show and get through the super chats and try to figure out what the hell just happened.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're admitting the inconsistency here. I appreciate it.
Chrissie's just an awful person.
Now, the other thing is the
lost.
bullying thing. Like, so this people don't view this as an apology at this point because it's like, I'm sorry you feel this way. And you use this language a lot.
I definitely said I dropped the ball.
That's not the same.
I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing for having my friend on to talk about my conversion.
For that.
And I think it's not about having your friend on. It's about the platforming and her sweeping for it on your stream, which you benefit from being free speech.
I did not associate her with the quartering's sins and horrible things that he's been doing.
You were
told, I feel like that point is not landing.
But you also replied to her on April 9th asking her about it. Nina brought it up to you multiple times. So this comes across as feigning ignorance. Like, it would be smarter to just say, hey, like, so long as you feel this way, hey, like, I messed up. That's accountability. I'm sorry I messed up. But it's instead this like explanation and sweeping under the rug.
I got conflicting messages about the severity and the truth behind the situation. Plus, I was also confused by seeing tweets that involved like, he's a cuck. And so my overall feeling was like, okay, there's drama, but this doesn't have anything to do with Melanie. So I put it aside to focus on what I wanted to talk about Melanie with.
Do you see that that's conflicting though? that she's sweeping for
sure.
Jeremy and paid by him. Do you see?
Of
Because the
course,
whole point of the stream isn't to acknowledge that.
I mean, when you asked her what she would have asked, the first thing she said was like, "Do you think the question she would have asked is like, do you think that working for him means that you have a conflict of interest when it comes to calling out his bullshit?" So like, it's not as if, and you know, like we can all play hindsight with that, like would you, wouldn't you, whatever, but like that was her answer when you asked that question.
And again, there's going to be people who anything I say is never going to be good enough, and there's people that are so angry that they can't process what I'm saying, and there's going to be people that want to believe the worst, and that's fine. And I know I'm not going to win over everybody. I know I'm not going to get everybody to like me or believe me, and that's fine. I had to come on here and clarify some things, and be honest, and that's all we can do. And then it's up to everybody listening to decide how they feel. And I don't have control over how people feel and what people think about me.
What I hear from Brittany too is that like the part of the issue is that there are actual real world implications. It's not just like, you know, what the chat keeps saying, like, oh, it's just petty streamer drama, it's just petty streamer drama. Like, no, like your intent, this is a person who's intentionally trying to fuck with someone's life. And then this is another person who is coming in and saying, oh, there's nothing to see here, deceiving everybody around them. And then by association in that kind of situation, not literally because you associate, but like that bleeds onto you when the chat is coming in and saying like, you need to have Brittany on because Melanie's lying. Like when they weren't lighting up Melanie for nothing. And like, I get the friend instinct to step in and say.
Did she pull up my chat yet? No, she didn't. She obviously didn't. This is a fucking massacre. I can't remember the last time I saw something like this for like big people. Like this is the sort of thing you'd expect to see with a tiny shitter drama. Like this is like some big internet veterans involved in this shit. And this is absurd. This is I mean, this is just this must be the end of her career. We are witnessing the end of a woman's career. If FNT have her back on, they have lost their minds. She's completely radioactive now.
Like, be there for your friend, but like, you know, Brittany is a nice person and seems like you guys have been friends for a long time too. So again, I see why she feels the way she feels.
I mean, here's the thing. I give Chrissie I gave her a helpful suggestion to donate this to Toys for Tots to own Jeremy because it'd be funny and it would tell people that you're more serious about like taking accountability for it. And I've given Chrissie nothing but the benefit of the doubt. And yet, you know, I'm getting called a bully. I'm getting called a bully. I'm getting like told like I'm this or that. It feels like I'm being gaslit, and it doesn't feel like a genuine apology. And every time I say this, it's like, oh, well, hey, you seem this way, and then move on to the super chat. So it's like, this is how the whole thing is.
Part of the problem is not acknowledging the super chat. So she has to acknowledge
that. That's the thing is like this whole,
of course she has to acknowledge
the chat. So I don't want to not
that's not the point.
I feel like,
well, that's not the point. My point is I say something to you and then you tell me I'm acting crazy. That's what you did earlier. And then you're apologizing. It's conflicting.
Never said you're acting crazy. Do not put words in my mouth.
Yeah, you did. That's exactly what you fucking said. What?
That's not fair. Chuck Finley, I'm not a fan of Chrissie or Jeremy of Mel, but Brittany is acting like she is the perfect streamer. Prefix streamer? She's trying to grift the Kino fans. Her channel is only relevant when there is drama.
I'm not going to sit here and be told I wasn't called crazy earlier. You literally said when I called you out for lying, you said, oh, well, it seems like you can't get over this and like trying to move on. It's like, yeah, of course, read super chats later. I mean, though they should be going charity in my opinion, but that's your choice. But like now I feel like you're just gaslighting me.
What?
Like every time I'm saying, hey, this happened, it's like every time I'm saying, hey, this happened, it's like met with like a non-answer.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry you feel hurt. I just gotta
I'm sorry you feel hurt. Like, dude,
what is that I feel hurt? It's never about what you do.
I'm sorry you are hurt.
You don't know how to apologize.
I'm sorry, Brittany.
I'm sorry for lying about you. I'm sorry for hurting you and lying about it to everyone. And even when you're pressed on it, you continue to. That would be a real apology, to acknowledge it and apologize for what you did. Not I feel like you're sad and I'm sorry you're sad. That's not a real apology. And that's the problem here. And this is why the stream is not going to go over well.
You're interrupting me. I feel like
you have said this multiple fucking times, you crazy bitch. This that was so disingenuous. Yeah, I mean, fuck. I mean, I kind of believe she's a comedian because this is fucking hilarious.
Care more about how you look and
there we go
how
again.
you're coming on. I'm just saying how I feel in this moment. I just feel like your tone and the way you're talking to me, it doesn't seem friendly. It doesn't seem like you're trying to understand and give me grace and
I gave you plenty of grace, Chrissie, especially when I saw that you lied about me.
You finished. It just it seems like you're fixated on me apologizing to you in a very specific way. And again, like I said before, if I could go back in time and have you on and you could have said everything you wanted to say and called out everything you wanted to call out, it would have been a different show. It would have been, everything would have been different. And I know this comes from a frustration that people have. Like, they want accountability. They want Melanie to answer for these things. They want Quartering to answer for these things. And that outrage is...
No. At this point, we've moved on, Chrissie. We've all moved on, and now we are very focused on what the fuck you're doing. Because, like, now we're on a whole different fucking topic. Like, sweeping for Mel is, like, part of this, but now you're just sat on a stream, like, gaslighting Venti and being like, I'm so sorry you feel this way. You're in your 40s, bitch. How has no one told you that that's not... This is actually textbook fucking narcissism. Have you ever tried fighting with a narcissist and you know that they're bang to rights, they're wrong? Like, I'm so sorry you feel this way. I'm so sorry that what happened gave you particular feelings. It's very, like, on you for how you're feeling. That's why the apology doesn't fucking work. Okay? You're not really sorry. You're just feigning sympathy.
So justified. And again, I hope that these people that really got their livelihoods taken away, I hope their channels are restored.
Well, then send PPP a link to join.
That's the most important part, is that these people were false flagged and they need to get their channels back. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, with this lawsuit. I might have
Andy Borski asked for a link on the Kino Casino wants on. So if you believe in platforming them, you can. It's your choice. But I just don't think that things are actually being acknowledged, and it's a bunch of I feel and like I'm being bullied and stuff like that.
Venti is a fucking goddess, apparently, because now Chrissie cannot claim that she has not seen PPP's tweets. By the way, PPP has been tweeting about this. Warski and PPP want on. It's like, it is now part of the conversation. Will you bring them on, Chrissie?
What I'm saying, and I don't think it's good faith for you to say that, oh, well, I'm not acting friendly. I've been more than friendly and charitable. And I'm addressing the fact that I was misled and lied to, and then continue to lie until I back you in the corner and say, Chrissie, I saw you read it. For you to finally admit it. That's accountability. I'm sorry for that.
I'm sorry that it was too late in my stream to have you on. I'm sorry, like that.
See, non-apology. You don't know how to apologize. You don't know how to acknowledge what you do, Chrissie. And you benefit and make money off of being free speech. And
I'm not forcing anybody to send me a super chat, Mindy. Like, I'm really not. Okay, well, I might have to do a whole nother thing addressing this.
You're going to be addressing this for a while. Every time you go live for quite a while.
I'm glad I turned into the Super Simcast just so we can deal with Brittany Vendi's entitlement and disrespect towards the host. The lack of self-awareness is astounding. Chrissie, you don't have to deal with this tantrum. For Papa Grandma, neglecting your crying baby for days to do research that's already been done and summarized by your peers is a choice that's solely on you. If you lack empathy for your own kid, you clearly don't have it for others. Poor kid. Okay.
That's the last one you read?
Slack, Britt.
Now she's got...
I cut plenty of slack this entire time, and I was lied to and lied on.
Okay. I mean, if you're upset and you want to go, you can. If
you want to leave, Brittany.
No one's holding. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of what I can and can't do, Chrissie. But I'm holding you accountable for what you did, and on a personal level, and for.
She's going to say it's too late to have PPP and Andy on.
Somebody that's sweeping for deplatforming. When
you're
complaining about this prior, and
I did not think that I needed to call Melanie out for what Jeremy did. I feel like I've said that so many times. Goaltender, Brittany, there are effective ways to persuade people. You aren't using them.
Listen, Chrissie and I talked about this before as well. I have been more than fair. And it's not about persuading. Chrissie is literally at the point of she's lying. And so it's like, what is the point of persuasion? If she wants to lie, not take accountability for things and tell me I'm just acting crazy, then what is there?
Said you were acting crazy. That's not fair. I've never said you're acting.
You said,
crazy.
"Oh, hey, you're fixated on it," and after I point out that you lied and you won't even acknowledge it.
Fixated doesn't mean crazy. It's not fair.
No, it's how she ignored the request by PPP and Andy. Yep.
Oh my God, there's so many. Andrew, you're saying that I'm as if I'm not having a logical answer there. Like this is a understandable response to being lied to, especially when you work with someone for 10 years and then you're lied on as well. And in addition to this whole thing, it's not even an apology. You said it yourself. If you were one,
I'm not going to apologize for having Melanie on. No, she's my friend, and I had her on to talk about my conversion and her marriage.
No, not that, Chrissie. You know, it's not that.
Okay, Andrew Miller.
It's about her being pro deplatforming.
I didn't know that she was pro deplatforming when I had her on. Evan,
but you were spammed with super chats as well, telling you.
Interrupting. I feel like I'm just trying to get through some of these.
I'm responding to you. You should,
Andrew Miller,
Chrissy, like you're lucky to even get these after what happened.
Okay. So you
As
don't
a
want me to
pro
do the
free
super
speech
chat?
platform. I think, Chrissy, I already told you what I think you should have done. I think you should have donated for Toys for Tots instead of benefiting financially off of a mistake that you made and which you are now doubling down on and lying in front of everyone.
Andy, do you think people who are talking about this happening to me this week are financially benefiting? Maybe
They didn't have Melanie Mack on to sweep forward the platform.
Because I had
Chrissy.
Melanie Mack on, I have to apologize
gave
for
no
having her
pushback.
on. And
You don't have to, Chrissy. People aren't mad that you had her on. They're mad that the chats that people paid for got ignored. So like
that's valid.
That is the problem. It wasn't Melanie herself. It was that there was a flurry of unpaid and paid chats trying to say like this is what's going on, and it didn't get acknowledged. And I'm not going to ascribe intention to that because again, I don't think that you did it maliciously. But that is what happened. The chat was ignored, and that's why people want an apology.
I'm sorry I ignored the chat on when I had Melanie on. I read through all the super chat.
I'm sorry the chat feels like it was ignored. I'm sorry the chat feels that way. I'm just losing my mind at this point. Why can you apologize clearly for missing the chat, for not like acknowledging chat, but you can't just apologize to Venti, your friend of 10 years? What the fuck is wrong with you?
And but I understand like why the chat was ignored, is because I was overwhelmed. It was pretty hostile. There was a lot of insults. There were a lot of horrible things said, and I was not.
Oh, they were so mean to me, guys.
I was not expecting the outrage. I was not expecting that to be the chat. I really was not expecting people to come for Melanie like that. Again, like
Well, she
now
thinks she's untouchable. It's obvious in the way she acts, but like.
Well, Chrissy, there's another aspect. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Kimberly, but there's another
good.
aspect of this where it's not. Yes, Melanie was sweeping for Jeremy and not addressing the fact that he deplatformed people and reframed it in a very dishonest way. But you were also on there agreeing with her, like, yeah, they're SJWs, it's just leftist, whatever. After you were told about this.
I was also told that it was a nothing burger. So I was receiving different messages, confusing messages, conflicting messages from two different friends. So that
But then why
explains
agree with her? Why not question her on it then?
Because I was not associating Jeremy's fuck ups with
I
Melanie.
think she's not shying away from the fact that that wasn't a shining moment. That wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to hear Chrissy say if that's how she feels.
I'm not trying to
I
say
think
for
it's
her.
fair.
I'm just saying that's what I'm getting from watching.
Yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
a real shit show of an interview. I was not prepared for the reaction that I got. I was not prepared to press her on the quartering fuck ups because I didn't think that she had to speak on that and that she was like Jeremy's representative in a sense.
Well, she gets paid to co-host with him, and she also doesn't bother acknowledging the deplatforming and defends it essentially.
Yeah,
so
and I
it is
didn't-
on her. It's not just Jeremy; it's also on her. And I know
Oh,
you're saying,
yeah.
"Well, I
When
wasn't
somebody
informed."
think of a
I
baby.
understand that you're saying that,
Someone
but it's the
should,
facts
she
are showing
doesn't.
that that's not true. You were informed. You just were irresponsible with it as a host.
Okay. Yeah, I had a lot going on. I still have a lot going on. I admit that I dropped the ball and I could have done a better job. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a whole nother. This is I'm gonna have to do a whole nother stream. Big wig. Vendy, the two things are not mutually exclusive. It is really blowing your mind that someone could look at a DM from you and be like, I don't have time for this from Vendy right now. Come on. All right, let me read some
She said
different.
she didn't see it.
I don't want to like. Let's not pile on Vendy. That's not fair.
I know, select some other ones then.
Apologize for labeling yourself. Apologize for labeling yourself a comedian. Christina Pazitsky wouldn't be this boring. Oh, Christina P is very funny. Everyone should check her out.
Oh, dude.
I'm not gonna read any more negative venti chats. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Congratulations on your conversion. I've just started OCIA. Oh, yay! You're an inspiration and your priorities are in the right place. God and family first. I just wanted to let you know you're doing the right thing by God, and that's all that matters. I hope you find peace in that. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. It was a great experience.
Did you hear that? Did you hear Brett Fenty just, I don't know. Jesus supports deplatforming, apparently. Guy Riser 2, Cherry is just saying that watching it burn. This is a great Mother's Day. A halfening with a 5. This is the best comedy skit she's ever done. Bravo, proven way anti-woke comedy is truly the best. So true, buddy.
The whole OCIA thing. It took like over a year. I was amazed at how fast the time flew by, and I find myself already missing it because we had such great conversations. I was intimidated going into it because I'm like, oh, I'm not like a Bible nerd.
Please
I'm
shut
not,
up.
Like,
Please shut up.
Churchy person.
Stop,
like,
stop diverting. No one cares. Literally no one cares.
Like the best part of college where you're having philosophical questions and you're asking, you're talking about like big themes and you're like, how do we know what God wants from us? And it's nice because you have like the freedom to ask like dumb questions. And like a nice. Anyway, I can't recommend it enough if people are feeling like they want to get closer to God and to just start that process. Thank you, Ashley.
To be fair, do you know what's closer to God? Your career, because it is dead.
Dat Pie over there. Chrissy, I've never watched you, but your explanation was sufficient for me to understand. I think a portion of the audience will at least calm down. Well, we have no
Well, you're fucking
control
mental
over how
then.
people feel, but everyone is entitled to feel how they want to feel. Ghost Crusaders, Jesus, come on. Jeremy and Melanie have more subs. That's why you didn't want to start any drama. Just admit it. Happy Mother's Day. I mean, of course they have more subs. I did not want to ask Melanie about the Jeremy drama because I didn't think she had anything to do with it. I wanted to talk to her about her wedding and my conversion, and I just didn't have Jeremy's drama at the top of my mind because I didn't think, it was her fault or something. I'm like, oh, that's Jeremy's stuff. I don't want to read negative venting messages. I feel like there's a lot right now. Jack,
Really?
There's enough SSRIs on this panel to pacify the IDF. I'm not on any SSRIs. They're this close to calling Mayr problematic. Call me what you like, I guess. That's mean about.
Oh my god!
I think the problematic part is the Kino Casino being deplatformed. I'm pretty sure that's the SJW part.
I think they need to get their platform back. Is there anything like this?
Well, you can always send them a link to join.
Is Worski still in the chat?
Yeah, let me see if.
Bring on
he's on Twitter, and people
Bring
here on
on
Twitter,
Worski.
they said that they
Bring
would
on
like
Worski.
willing to give him a platform to speak.
One-winged angel. Speaking of
Talk about some
apologies to roll. You were trying to hide the Destiny and Lauren Southern were doing it. What did you accuse him of being? Is this for me? I don't. Lauren trying to hide the fact that Destiny and Lauren Southern were doing it.
She is scared of PPP.
Yeah,
I can't blame her.
And he believed
Man,
fake news
she
and
has
spread it
so
everywhere.
many
it was
super
pretty
chats.
funny. I didn't know about the Destiny and Lauren stuff at the time.
Okay, that's at least
But
super chats are not relevant to this particular conversation. People leg. Chrissy, as a comedian, you should take deplatforming and censorship seriously. This is not just drama. It is absolutely not just drama. It is absolutely something to take seriously. It's not okay. It's all these channels need to be restored. It was not right what Jeremy did. I agree.
Are you opposed to having the Kino Casino on?
No, I mean not tonight because I have so many to go through. But maybe on a future
in general
stream.
though.
Yeah, maybe on a future stream.
Oh, there's not enough time tonight. It's so busy. I'm just so busy.
Answers from Jeremy and Melanie, exactly.
It's so
and Melanie
busy.
speaking for
How
Jeremy,
can I possibly bring them on?
And the people demand answers from her. That's why.
I actually cannot believe she fucking said that. This is meant to be your response stream. This is meant to be your response stream. And I have so many super chats to go through. Bring on PPP and Worski, you abject fucking coward. Actually unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. I would have pressed the end stream button. I promise you. I promise you I would have pressed the end stream button. I would have just been like, that's the end of my career. I would have pressed end stream. I would have gone to Twitter and been like, listen, this is clearly the end of my fucking career. It's been fun, everybody. I'm glad that we had this time together, but it's done. It's over. I can't. Oh, dude. Using a hand-picked super chats as a shield. Yes.
Yes, I see that very clearly now.
Well, no, that's not the full truth. It's because she's covering for deplatforming, and then Chrissy has her on, and then there's no pushback, and Chrissy knew that Jeremy was deplatforming. She says,
Give
well,
me
I
2
didn't know that
seconds,
it was
guys.
connected,
Let me
but
reload this web page because it is messing with me again. I don't have enough RAM.
You, Aaron.
I mean, I think a show of good faith right now is allowing the people who are actually deplatformed to say something.
Platforming, and then Chrissy has her on, and then there's no pushback, and Chrissy knew that Jeremy was deplatforming. She says, well, I didn't know that it was connected, but she was informed about that, and so that's the point of contention.
And I know I was also
Camelot was also correct earlier when he said that pushing things off is only going to make it worse. So if people are like, if you even like just need them to talk, and I can mute myself too, I don't mind that, but like if they're trying to like come on to talk to you, I think pushing
and we
it off
bring the PPP.
if they're like, I don't think they're not going to be. I don't think they're going to be like really terrible to you. I think that it's going to be worse if you say now like let's.
I'm sorry, wait, just so we're clear, is Kimberly the person on this who is pushing for PPP and Worski? How is Kimberly the fucking base one? Jenny would shut you down before that. Jenny would actually have pressed the end live stream for me at the moment. Yeah, she would have done. You skipped me and Platt tonight. What the fuck, Ginger? Oh, fuck. What are we doing? No. All right, I know where we are.
I think you're postponing your own
I'm so
or
sorry if I've skipped people. I'm so
If you
sorry.
even like just need them to talk, and I can mute myself too, I don't mind that. But like, if they're trying to like come on to talk to you, I think pushing it off is. If they're like, I don't think they're not gonna be. I don't think they're gonna be like really terrible to you. I think that it's gonna be worse if you say now, like, let's not.
I know, but I didn't plan to have them on for the stream.
I didn't plan to have them on. Did you not think they might want to come on? Fuck, Chris, if I've missed one of your super chats, and Ether, I'm sorry if I missed you guys. I'm sorry if I missed you guys. I literally haven't seen them pop up. Anyway, Transnight with the 2. The Amazing Self-Felting Dolly, only $1.99. Absolutely fucking insane.
I actually plan to talk about other stuff.
I'm not selecting the super chats.
And right now, like, people will be upset if I don't get through.
If it's over an hour ago.
So
I'm sorry, Platinum.
I'll probably have to do.
I'll try and go back. Hold on.
Stream where I just
the
chats. Anti-cancel culture. Brittany, Wendy, and King of Casino need to understand this is not their channel. It's not Chrissy's job to defend them. It's not her job to do the homework you want her to do. It's not her job to cater to your chat invading her. Thank you, culture.
Oh my
it's her
fucking
job
god!
to uphold
Please
free
enjoy
speech,
this.
and that's why
sticker.
we're having this conversation. And
Thank you.
again, I didn't feel very respected when I felt pretty dismissed and like given non-apologies and called a bully for like simply saying the facts and saying, hey, well, you lied, and then it's like made out to be like I'm the one in the wrong, and I really don't appreciate it.
I feel like you've expressed that. That pile over there. Are you going to bring in the not tonight?
Yeah, in between super chats.
I don't think I'm going to have time tonight. Do you want me to ignore them? Is that what I should do? Because when I ignored the chat last time,
Chrissy, it's pretty. Well, here's the thing, Chrissy.
I think
this is why I said you should have just did the charity
maybe I'll
stream.
just do another.
And
Oh, Platinum. I think I found it. I think I found Platinum Ethers. Beckett stole our hearts. Was that it with the 279? Thank you very much. Sorry, I'll try and... I feel bad when I miss any. I can't for the life of me work out which one of Christopher's I missed.
Anybody can look. This is my Sunday night show that I do every week. If someone thinks I'm a grifter, they don't have to super chat me. You know, people can watch the show.
It just doesn't come across
You deserve
very
it from
genuine,
K-Hawk with the
because you're
20.
Like, hey, Brittany,
Thank you.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Well, anyway, I'm not going to talk about how I lied. You're just
Maybe I'll
acting
do a whole
like
separate. Maybe I'll do
a certain way
where I address.
Because like to even take money from this in the first place, it's like it is counter.
I found Christopher's. Shad is on there, so their taste is already ass. Dude. Poor Shadiversity. What's he ever done? He just built a cardboard castle in his backyard.
Productive to the point of taking accountability, like profiting off of the mistakes.
Yes, that was it.
The point of taking accountability, which I did do, was explain everything that was going on and to talk about the things that people had questions about, and I did that.
That's not accountability, Chrissy. That's just explaining it. Accountability is I did this. I'm sorry for this, and directly telling whoever
I'm
the
not gonna
apology is
apologize
for that.
for having Melanie on to talk
Nobody
about.
asked you to do that.
That is not the fucking dude. This woman cannot be allowed to homeschool. She's like, I'm gonna have to homeschool my kid. Somebody take this stream. If she ever tries to apply to homeschool and be like, this woman cannot be allowed to educate a child. She is clinically fucking retarded. It would be some sort of war crime to allow a child to be educated by this woman. It is unfucking believable. She thinks she is smart enough to teach anyone anything. Is it like? What the fuck are you talking about? Celestiny with the 5. These bees are fucking insufferable. Who invited Kimberly? Kimberly is at least saying bring on PPP. Like, hey, British Runner, thank you for the raid.
Please stop reframing it that way.
Beaches. Okay.
I think what I'll have to do is do a separate stream where I address these chats. Aaron Pipes. Thank you, Aaron. Oh, what's up, Aaron? People should realize you have a 2-year-old and a husband and a private life. You obviously were taken aback by the chat reaction to Mac. I definitely was. And she should have alerted you. Yep. All this drama that has ensnared you is her fault, not yours. I fully support you. Thank you, Aaron.
I mean, I think a show of good faith right now is allowing the people who are actually deplatformed to say something.
Okay, but I don't know
Bring
these people
on
personally. I was not
PPP.
planning to have them on. Again, like I'm not a big fan of just like throwing people in last minute. Like I was not planning.
I'm just saying this as your friend. I'm saying this is like
soon I could do something with them.
Kimberly is right, by the way. She's like part of the reason Kimberly's pushing for this isn't just for the content. I don't think Kimberly cares. I think Kimberly is actually well aware from reading the chat and seeing what's happening with Venti that if Chrissie does not bring on PPP and Andy Worski at this point, it really is the end of her career. It really is. That's it. She's done. Like, there is no, if you will not bring these people on, you are actually fucked.
Sure. I just
Well,
like.
I mean, if I were them, I would feel pretty gaslit.
they don't know me personally, so I don't know how they.
Right,
they
but
would
you
never-
spoke on them. You called them leftists on your stream with Melanie.
I'm just saying you also again, like, this is I said this to you earlier, and I really don't want to dogpile you. I know this is overwhelming, but like, you have an opportunity to. I agree. I forget his tag now because I'm having a pregnancy brain moment, but he said earlier on his stream with Nina that like he was telling you like you shouldn't keep delaying this, and like I think you're postponing your own sense of overwhelm by delaying it.
What he meant was like, don't delay addressing it, and that's what I'm doing today. And this was the soonest.
No, this is one. I'm definitely. This is part of addressing it. If people are ready to speak on it now, that shouldn't be something that's delayed because it is not reflecting well. And I get it's overwhelming, but like these are the people who are actually influenced, and I think that you're gonna do yourself more of a favor if you just like let them say their piece instead of like bringing this up later. Like we were sitting there waiting to just come on and say our thing. It's only gonna be worse in the end. So
I just feel like my channel's gonna be terminated if I have them on, because aren't they banned from YouTube?
Their Clips channel is, and then Andy Warsi's personal channel.
I was gonna say Andy Warsi's
They allow you to
personal,
feature people, but they don't allow them to have the entire
I was
content.
gonna say I've had people who have had their channels taken off on my YouTube show, and like my YouTube show is not anywhere near any of this, and I've had to go through and purge a lot of my own stuff, but not because of like.
So it seems
censorship.
like you want me to have my channel terminated by having.
Oh my fucking god, that is not how this fucking works. You are, oh, but if I bring them on, I'll have my channel terminated. What are you we all show, that's not how YouTube works, you fucking retard. And she knows it's not. She knows it's not. This isn't her first day on the fucking internet.
Having them on, because I feel like that's.
I'd be willing to look up right now whether a terminated person is allowed to just make an appearance on another person's stream. I'd be willing to bet that that's not what the TOS says. And if it is,
it feels like
research does. I read it, but.
It's again, I'm not
But
responsible
they're
for their platforming, and I don't think it's right. But again, like I shouldn't be forced to have, you know, I
don't think it's a matter of force. I'm telling you that it's a.
Are you sure, Beckett? Yeah, this isn't Twitch. This isn't Twitch. You can have a banned person on your stream. That's why, by the way, Andy Warski was able to join Kino Casino. It's why, like, people who have multiple people who have banned channels, like Mr. Girl's been on, you know, like people's streams. Like, yes, you can have banned people on your stream. They're just not allowed platforms of their own. Man with a 5 gifted Cope and Seed memberships. Thank you very much, buddy. 07 in the chat. That is very much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Guys, thanks for all your support tonight. If you like the content, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It is awesome.
A good idea. I'm telling you that like putting it off is not smart right now.
Okay.
I genuinely believe that, and I see overwhelm, and I understand that, but.
Yeah, again, like the point of the stream was to clarify some things, and I did want to move on to some other stuff. Which
you can't.
Let me look this up.
You literally are not able to move on at this point.
Well, Chrissie, you haven't really been 100% honest, so it's hard to move on.
No, a person permanently banned, terminated from YouTube cannot appear on another channel. YouTube's policy states that termination applies to the person, not just the channel. And featuring a banned user
Can I see
a new?
Is Ashton banned? Because then Ashton can just. If it was just Warsi's personal, because they also.
I have never heard of anyone having a strike for having a banned person on. I've never heard of that at all. Keely with the 10. A comedian who's afraid of getting deplatformed is not a comedian. Being a YouTube celebrity is important, nothing else. Yeah, like, dude, this is insanity. Christopher with 2. Keem made his career when banned. YouTube isn't Twitch. Yeah, I just... Gemini, is this true, lol? Yeah, this isn't true.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I watched any of this. That's how I know anything of what's going on. I was listening to all this in the background, and their stuff was on YouTube. So,
Ashton's not banned. Andy is, and their editor's clip channel is, but Ashton is not banned.
Okay. Cool. All right. I think I might.
So, is there a problem with that? If it doesn't get you banned?
I'm not gonna have them on tonight. It's not something I plan to do. There's already so much. There's already like too much show here, and I'm gonna have to probably do a whole nother stream just to go over the super chat. So, and so I'm gonna probably just end it here. I feel like I, said everything I want to say. Thank you, thank you, Cherry, for thank you guys for coming on, and appreciate you guys hearing me out again.
No fucking way.
Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.
No way. No way. My thumbnail still works. She did run. She did run. Holy shit, guys. Holy fucking shit. That was... I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's actually insane. That is one of the most crazy fucking things I've ever seen. Right at the end, she just was like, yeah, I'm just not having them on. I'm just not having them on. I can't... Listen, I can't. I can't. It's done. It's over. Okay? We're fucked. End of the fucking line. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Bro. That's... I didn't expect it to be this bad. I didn't expect it to be this bad. This is unreal. Legitimately unreal. You skipped over my chat. She ran so far. Damn it, Kairos. I went through and looked. Did I? Fuck. I swear to God I didn't. I swear to God I... Oh, did she just end the stream? Oh, thanks. Thanks, Kairos with the 2. Christopher, I got you. Big Honk with the 5. She showed up, answered nothing, collected a bag and ran. I don't think I've ever been this fucking stun locked. I don't think I've ever been this fucking stun locked. That was absolutely fucking insane. Holy shit, bro! I want to watch a bit more at the end. Like, let's just can we rewatch some of this? Like, Kimberly is sat here being like, please, please, please bring them on. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself, Teddy with the 10. She just ruined your stream. What you gonna cover now? To be fair, I was only live to cover this, and I barely had any sleep. I've got work in the morning, so I don't. Fuck. This is insanity.
It's overwhelming, but like these are the people who are actually influenced, and I think that you're gonna do yourself more of a favor if you just...
Cherry said through this entire stream 3 fucking sentences. She sat there for the entire time and said nothing, bro. Sobian with the 5. This reminds me of people running during blood sports. What a golden night. It is such a fucking throwback. This was classic. Bro, I feel like I've gone through it really quickly, because I've been doing it live. But
you all.
Can we watch some of this beginning bit again? Can we rewatch some of this? Because I didn't feel right like pausing on it, but I feel like, oh dude, look at the difference. What was she thinking? Why would you just log off? Like, why would you press live, bro? Can I have a poll in chat? Can I like chat, press 1 in the chat if you are the sort of person who would not have pressed the live button. Just admit to me that you're a coward, because like, I think it would be better to admit that you're a coward and be like, I would not have gone live, than be like, yes, I am this fucking stupid. Yeah, this was the thing this is the hill that I am gonna fucking die on. Absolutely. What an insane way to end your career. What an insane capping point to your career. The first actual casualty of the quartering drama is fucking Chrissie Mayr. What? Totally fucking absurd. PPP is still fucking mad apparently. No shit. No fucking shit. Teddy with the 5. This is all female reboot of blood sports like 2016 Ghostbusters. What an absolutely fucking insane situation. Fuck it, I'll have PPP on. No, I'm kidding. There's no point. That would be pointless. For him. Dude, let's have a quick look at PPP's tweets on this. If you want people to forget something, you don't address it. I mean, yeah, you like almost wait for this to blow over. Tomorrow, I'm going to annihilate Chrissie and the entire sweeping brigade. Each lie and gaslight will be exposed with receipts. Her entire sordid history will come to light. Wednesday, she has an invitation to Kino Casino at 8:30 p.m. EST, and that will be her only opportunity to explain herself. For her sake, she had better take it, or this will get worse and worse. Absolutely fucking insane. Chrissie continues to duck me and gaslight everyone. This is so fucking disgusting and shameful. The constant lying and real-time retcons and revisionism. She has refused to bring me on despite saying I need a platform. I'm going to crucify this cowardly cunt. By the way, if she doesn't bring me on tonight, she will have to come on the casino because our platform is clearly a rigged game and she doesn't deserve one more fucking dime. Chrissie is gaslighting so fucking hard. You know nobody is going to buy this, right, Chrissie? It's insufferably pathetic. Bring me on. Get her, Venti. Base, no mercy. Dude, this is unreal. Unreal. We're gonna watch some of this back. I want to pick some of this apart because I had to I want to pick some of this apart because I feel like I want a bit more pound of flesh. Do you know what I mean? Fuck.
Thing that's been going on this week since I had Melanie Mac on my channel, and if you see me looking at notes, it's because I have really taken the past few days to listen and reflect and collect my.
Here's one of the parts of this as well. Like, I don't like. It doesn't sound like she's listened and reflected having watched the rest of the stream. It sounds like she has spent the last few days coming up with a rock-solid narrative. Have you ever heard a politician try and answer a question they don't want to answer, where it's like constantly reframed? I won't apologize for having Melanie Mac on. I'm sorry that you felt that way. I'm sorry that I didn't read chat enough. It's like, that's not what anyone's fucking asking you. See, I knew she was fucking reading it. Yeah, dude, you can see her eyes looking down.
My thoughts and also collect the thoughts and concerns of you guys.
Say something, move, fucking blink, you fucking bitch. Different picture, by the way. Dude. This is fun. This is so fucking insane.
And I want to make sure I'm addressing each point and being thorough and being honest and being transparent, because that is not something that the quartering has given you all. And
it's the early deflection. I think she wanted to come on. She wanted to come on, talk a little bit, address it, say her piece, and then basically throw Melanie Mac and the quartering under the bus. That was her plan. That was the best she could hope for. She was like, if I can throw them under the bus, I'll be fine. And like, I'm sorry. At best case, she is so fucking stupid that she cannot, she can't function. How has this woman lasted so fucking long?
Want to just put it all out there and answer your questions. But at the same time, I'm not looking to make this a 3-hour long stream. I never wanted to talk about
how long did it last?
Drama.
2 hours?
I just but I've been sort of bullied into it here, and
I've been sort of bullied into it. Those words are going to haunt her for the rest of her fucking life.
So I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to do my best to address everything. And there's some of you listening tonight that are never going to believe anything I say. There's some of you tonight who might be on the fence. There's some of you here tonight.
Some of the fucking memes are amazing. So some of the memes are actually incredible. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Oh, dude, this is actually amazing.
We're just going to make content and twist what I say to fit your narrative to make money. And that's fine. And that's your progress. And that's YouTube. And it's fair use. You guys can, make content, of course. But I just felt like I had to be true to myself and be honest and address all these concerns, and clear some things up. So
Dude.
If you think I'm a grifter, if you think I'm doing this for money, please don't super chat me.
Dude, it's so fucking over. It's so fucking over, bro. Oh, dude. Well, we will see. We will see how this turns out. Oh, dude. I'm going to send you over to Diorio. I'm already fucking exhausted. We've been doing a lot recently. Dude, what's this one? The floundering. Accurate. We've been doing a lot recently. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm glad people covered this because it was so bad and awkward I had to turn it off halfway through. Yeah, I don't fucking blame you, Mo. Please say hi to Nick for me. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks so much. Peace.